Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John.
I'm Claire.
This is Many a True Nerd, and welcome to the grand finale of the Stellaris Utopia livestream. Over 12 parts, because obviously the advantage of going for, like, you know, 3 or 4 hours is you can get through parts pretty bloody quickly, is we have got to the end. The galaxy is united, the Unbidden are coming. It is now going to be one grand epic galaxy throwdown between literally a united galaxy. I've never even seen that before, actually. An entire galaxy inside Federation. Because, like, Federation victory is, I think it's 40% of all planets in the galaxy belong to a single Federation. We've got, not quite 100, but we'll explain why in a second, but we've got like 95, probably more like 98% of all planets located within a single Federation. We have got the entire flipping galaxy set up for this one epic throwdown, and even then, I'm not convinced we're ready, and I'll explain why in a moment, but first, just a tiny bit of bookkeeping for Claire.
Thank you,
I'm
thank
going to
you.
give Claire something useful here. Yeah, this is what Claire needs to see. And I'm saying, there we go. So that's set up for Claire. Good. Volume and audio and everything should be fine because it's set to the standard I normally have it on.
Yeah, it was fine when I did my check.
Yeah, so that should be all fine. I've got my own audio. Lovely. But here we go. Let's just go back over to the actual game here. Lovely. And there's the cursor too. So, hang on. This is what the galaxy actually looks like. No, this one. That's the one. So the galaxy looks like this, which you might think looks pretty bloody divided, but I prefer the diplomatic view. Actually, I like this one because this kind of shows we own a bloody big bit of the galaxy. We're definitely the single biggest empire by quite a significant margin at this point. Though, bless the bug people, I think, like, by amount of territory controlled, they've jumped from being, like, you know, scattered, dotted within the infinite pond to they've expanded. They've taken this bit here, they've jumped over here, they've taken this bit over here, and then they've just basically eaten all the space that used to belong to the Thembalon. Which is really, quite frankly, impressive, because that means basically they've just seized a whole bunch of planets that already had really advanced infrastructure on them, which is really, really cool indeed. There's almost nothing left in the galaxy that nobody controls. There's a tiny little spur out here in the Forbidden Nebula, and actually, I've never even scanned Pollux up here. We don't know what's going on down there. Then there's just, like, a couple of bits and pieces. Actually, there's some urantic crystals right at the edge of the galaxy over here. This is presumably, that's quite nice. There's 10 in here. Ooh, multiple planets with some really good stuff over here. We must have sent a science vessel to scan that to figure out what was going on there. So there's, like, you know, a few systems no one controls, but for the most part, the galaxy is pretty much full. And if we go over to Federation view, yeah, just in case you're new or you want to catch up, basically, we're in green. Everyone who's part of our Federation, the Galactic Empire, I renamed that last time I was president, I may have gone slightly mad with power. Everyone who's in purple is part of that lovely, lovely Federation there, and everyone in yellow is directly a vassal reporting in to me. The other people who are in black are, for the most part, vassals of other Federation members, who I'm told in the upcoming new patch 1.8 they're going to fix that, so the colour is no longer going to be black, it'll be something like yellow or orange. It'll be something that matches the colour of your Federation buddy, so you'll be able to see the difference between no relationship and vassal, but belonging to fellow Federation member, which will be very, very useful indeed. But we now know the Unbidden are coming. They are coming. The thing is, we don't know where. We don't know where, and where's going to cause some trouble. But that's fine, because there's things we need to do. We've got a huge, well, massively over capacity in terms of fleet right now. But this fleet, Legio 1, is not well set up for this, with its flipping 100... Ah, marvellous. With its bloody 177 War Elephant class battleships. And its 510 Equites class corvettes. No, it's not well set up to deal with the Unbidden in the slightest. So, the first thing we need to do today is basically quickly rejig my fleet in order to get it to be appropriate. So, while I'm doing that, Claire, I think you've got a couple of bits of stuff to read out for us while I just kind of look straight over towards that.
Yes, indeed. We have some donation coming in. Shout out to Oli3, a regular, who gave us 10 euros and said, "Oh, I lost the bet about John being late." Because indeed, Oli and some others were, you know, talking smack about you in the chat before we started and saying you'd be late.
To quote Claire, oi!
And a shout out also to my favourite username of all time, Sir Roderick Quincy von Thunderbottom, the Magnificent Hiking of Australia, who gave us $5 Australian and said, "I guess I lost the bet." John's always been late thus far, so here's my losings.
Aww.
And also we have a message from Silent Ninja Potters, who gave us...
From what, sorry?
Silent Ninja PTRS.
Nice, okay.
I have no idea how to pronounce that.
You just went straight for it's probably a Harry Potter reference, didn't you?
Yes, they gave us $2 and they said, John, you're hot.
Why, thank you. You're hot too, Silent Ninja
of an
Potters.
There.
No, oi. Oi, Mark II.
Shout out to Sindrake, another regular, who gave us $5 and said, I've put together a short but rousing speech in preparation for when we fight against the Unbidden. I'll post it when the big battle begins.
Excellent.
So that's pretty exciting. And someone also pointed out in the chat, DivX88 pointed out that you forgot to put the link to the Discord again in the video description.
It's showing up sometimes, it's not showing up other times.
He does it mostly to annoy Thomas, to be honest.
You can't prove anything.
Also, hi Thomas, and thank you for joining us on mod duty as ever when you're quite ill. We hope you feel better really soon.
Excellent. So what I'm just doing while Claire's doing this, by the way, is I'm basically retrofitting out my fleet to be as strong as possible against shields. My fleet so far have been heavily kitted out with laser and plasma, and laser and plasma are basically better at taking out, they're better at taking out armor. So you can see there, plasma is ignores 60% of an armor rating, which you can see over here, so 2%, 2 armor, 2% armor over here. So that just kind of gives you a tiny bit of armor. So that basically would let you bypass that. However, they don't have any bonus versus shields. In fact, lasers actually get minus damage versus shields. Now, the Unbidden, I believe they never have any armor whatsoever, but they have quite a bit of shielding. So basically, I now want to retrofit out my entire fleet in order to be able to hit shields. Now, torpedoes are fine because they already kind of, yeah, they have plus 200% shield damage, so torpedo boats are fine, but I'm going to replace out the plasma cannon with the small Gauss cannon. It's short range, but it's better to have that than the alternative. So basically, I'm going to go around doing that to all of my ships quickly, while Claire, again, just gets us caught up and tells me what's going on in the chat.
We've got a message and a donation from Toe of Pie, another regular, who gave us $5 and said, Hi, John and Claire. Loving the series. Can't wait to see you beat the Unbidden. Also, could you possibly name a science ship after Dragon Age Origins?
Just an entire Dragon Age Origins.
Well, I guess so. I mean, I don't know. You've said that you're probably not playing that.
So therefore they kind of want that as compensation, do they?
Yeah. Also, Thomas says you're a stone cold bastard.
What?
I said he was ill, and you immediately went excellent and continued playing, which, you know. We know you do it because you don't listen to me, but it sounded pretty bad.
Oh, I'm sorry, Thomas. Just swap that. There we are. That just sorts that out. I mean, that's only combat speed. That's okay. We've barely got any war pigs in the fleet. I may just want the ones I have just to have that. Just sort out the power problem. Carry on, Claire.
Oh, we've got a message from Brandon who gave us $20 and said, Claire, how do you put up with John's perception of 0? And I have to say, maybe you think his perception is 0 because whenever we do streams, we are always all trying to do 5 things at the same time, which kind of lowers perception. But usually it's just pretty normal, really. Yeah, and we've also got a message from our good friend Tough Talk, who gave us $2 or $3 million and said, Hi, pretty lady.
That's my bro. That's my bro. Bro fist from a bro.
She said, Hi, pretty lady, so presumably she was talking to you. And shout out to Peter Tucson, who gave us $5. Thank you very much. If you had a message with that, you can reply me in the comments. And, also we've got Conscript David in the chat saying he's drawing one of his best pieces yet in honor of this entire
we've got a great big showdown between us and the Unbidden. We got the final bit of Conscript David fan art there. Very, very nice indeed. Yeah,
he says, I love John and you doing so much great quality content for this channel, and I wish I could donate. You know what? Some people can donate and some people can't, and if you can't, it's alright. We really appreciate you just being here and being in the comments.
I mean, that's the marvellous thing about the kind of the system of, like, you know, in this era of the adpocalypse and, like, Patreon, whatever, the wonderful way the system works, which is not everyone has to. Like, literally, like, if 1 in 100 in the community, like, chose to donate, then that would just by, like, you know, vastly more than YouTube would ever deliver to us. So that's kind of the remarkable thing about it. Like, you know, if if you like 100 people on YouTube and you pick a single one who's your favourite and you support just that person and everybody did that, then all your favourite YouTubers would be in absolutely marvellously good shape. Because that's just because of the state of YouTube otherwise at the minute. So, yeah, just people contributing in any way they can is marvellous. There we are. And, yeah, just to confirm, I've gone over from the Tachyon Lance to the Giga Cannon, which is basically the same sort of thing, except it gets... actually, no offense, it ignores 50% of armor too. It's just it also gets bonus shield damage. Whereas, hang on, what's the Tachyon Lance for comparison? Tachyon Lance, meanwhile, is... Yeah, that gets minus 33% against shield damage, but gets the 90% of armor. In fact, actually, just the straight up damage per time is actually higher on that anyway, so that seems like the better bet, full stop. So we're gonna change that over too. Now, I think that's all we need. I think that's actually a-okay at the time being. We've got ourselves, yeah, 2,400 hull points and 1,260 shields. Got a little bit of a power surplus, but don't have to worry about that. And a few change rounds. Now, the real concern now is... how much is this going to cost to update? Because if I want to upgrade this to its design, actually only 3,500. I'm almost amazed it's that low. But hang on, is that all? I'm just going to check out that some of that like didn't fail to save or something. Because I'm amazed it's that cheap to change over. But okay, maybe I'm like selling the old guns on the black market or something. But okay. That's really damn good. I'm happy with a medium phase disruptor. Why not? That's bonus shield damage just in case. And also, I'm keeping the basic design of using bomber wings, because bomber wings have 100% shield penetration, so they can completely bypass shields, which again is just better and better. Like this fleet, I'm designing it to try and hard counter the Unbidden as far as possible. So I'm going entirely for anti-shield stuff, as well as just maxing out the DPS, as well as maxing out the range, because we want to be hitting them before they can hit us. Which is why, incidentally, the brand new Admiral that's actually commanding this fleet, even though he's a young and experienced kid, is cautious. Weapon range plus 10%. I just need to max out that range, because I need to be hammering them with my Giga Cannons before they get in range to start shooting me. Now, the next thing I need to do that's very important is, I could just upgrade this fleet, but then it would take a while, because it would all be happening at one starport. So I'm going to start splitting up my fleet, and I'm going to send it, basically, just dotted around to all my different starports. And each starport is going to upgrade a portion of the fleet. Then we're going to reunify, because that means overall it's going to be happening faster. So that's what we're going to do next up, because there's a nice button here to just basically split the fleet into half immediately. So that's what I'm going to do. Then I'm going to move all those fleets to different starports. So while I'm just doing that, because that's just going to take a tiny bit of like me clicking buttons, Clan, keep us up to date as well, given a few people I think have come in right at the beginning here.
Yeah, we have a few donations to go through. A shout out to Anthony, who gave us $5 and said, John, I'm about to go run 13 miles. Please don't murder all the Unbidden before I finish. Otherwise, I will need to find something else to listen to.
I don't think that's going to be a problem. I'm deeply concerned by the Unbidden. Deeply concerned.
Everyone else in the chat is mostly deeply concerned about why anyone would run 13 miles. So I can't really blame them.
That's that's a half marathon, isn't it? Marathon's 26. I think marathon's 26. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I've been here 9 years and I still can't do miles. So.
Well, it's just a known fact about like those sort of things. All my ships are suddenly doing maneuvers because they've been told to break into 4 fleets. Some of the captains are dealing with this better than others. I've created a traffic jam. I've created a traffic jam in space. Oh, if you think that's a lot of ships, we're gonna literally the entire galaxy is gonna unify on top of us here. It's going to be beautiful. The frame rate's gonna tank more than it ever has before.
Are we now calling it Unify on top of us here?
Something like that, yes.
Shout out to Nicholas Rea, who gave us $10 and said, Hi John, I was wondering where US dollars rank on your list of the best dollars.
I think we agreed they were 3rd best dollars after Canada and US, right?
No, US dollars, where did they go? After Canada and what, Australia?
Yeah, they're 3rd.
What about Kiwi?
Ooh, good point. I mean, just because of Malignant Martian, we have to promote the Kiwi dollar. Okay, 4th best dollar. 4th best dollar. That strikes me as perfectly fair and reasonable. Now, we've got to get ourselves over to, there's, all of these are, hang on, let's go over to all the worlds that exist in Brother Benorn, Cradle of Bundy, and Leopold. All of those have got, just check, they've all got level 6 spaceports. So that's absolutely fine. So, I'm going to move 3 of the fleets over here. 4 will be sufficient. So you go over to here. And yeah, upgrade fleet's to latest designs there. You come here and upgrade fleet's to latest designs here. And you come here and upgrade fleet to the latest designs here. Right, all of you, head on your way. And Legio 1, meanwhile, as they just kind of head out over there, Legio 1 can upgrade to its design over here. And now it's going to start upgrading, and now we see how long this is going to take. Because it's now around Rome, waiting for Spaceport to upgrade ships, probably because more ships are arriving. Why are you not upgrading right now? You should do any second. Time is now having to tick by. And, oh, yep, the Unbidden have indeed opened up. Right, so the Unbidden are here. Now we find out where the Unbidden are. Because my fleet is now just desperately trying to upgrade as fast as possible. It's going to take a while. So the source of the massive power surge we detected earlier has been identified. It comes from a kind of gigantic subspace tear in the Kuturn system. Is that yes, Kuturn system. Fleets of strange spacecraft are pouring out of this dimensional portal, and early reports speak of indiscriminate attacks against everyone coming into contact with them. We have intercepted a powerful signal being sent from the arriving vessels to somewhere on the other side of the portal. It sounds like a hunting call. These creatures must be studied closer, I say, being a little optimistic about the state of things. And there they are. We have got a new transmission. Feeding ground reach, prey bountiful, at long last we shall feast. What are these things? Admittedly, there's some more fun stuff you can say, like if you're psionic or if you're a hive mind. Actually, I think hive mind is new. I think that's being added in 1.8. But especially if you're psionic, you can actually have a chat to them because you can like engage with them a bit better psionically, which is kind of cool. So those are the Unbidden. They're lovely, lovely cuddle bugs, and specifically they're going to try and murder literally everyone. So that's good. What are those things? Now, are you upgrading yet? Come on, get into position. I need you to be upgrading, please. Upgrade as soon as you like. Waiting for the upgrading. Anytime you're flipping ready, lads. Just waiting for the spaceport to... Why are we waiting for the spaceport? Is the spaceport doing something? Is that the problem? Yeah, the spaceport's doing something. Screw that. Start upgrading the fleet instead. Blimey, guys, come on. Right, now, now upgrade. Okay, it's going to take... it's happening nice and fast. Good. Right, so, this plan has worked. The upgrading is now happening pretty quickly. Now, where's the... Is that over there? Yeah, that's it over there. Okay. We found the Unbidden. And we now know what they're starting with, which... Okay, so their starting fleet, what they get to start with, just, to kick them off, is... 300,000, 122,000, and 114,000. So they've come through with about a combined 450,000. And they've started bombarding the poor Kesem Compact. So, okay. They have started, close by tank. Let's see if we can just watch these guys in action over here. Yep, they've started murdering the Kesem Compact. The first victim will unfortunately be the planet of Lajkut over here, and bless the brave guys in this here spaceport. They are firing. They are firing at the extra dimensional invaders. I'm not sure if you've seen these guys before, Claire, but they...
No, I don't think I have.
But they are basically great big wibbly, not quite of this universe stuff that doesn't quite exist.
They kind of look like space jellyfish.
Yeah, that's not unfair. Before. That's not unfair. And you can see here now we can hover over them. We can't actually get full details on them because they're so alien our scanners can't like figure out what's going on. But what we can detect by just hovering over them when we actually get visibility of the fleet is we can see that, yeah, they've got... So this kind of random ship I've just picked here has got 7,000 hull points but 2,000 shields. That's why we need the shields. Or rather the shield piercing. Because these guys have got, yeah, lots of shields going on. So there's not much we can do right now. We just need to wait for our own fleet. Because we can't just dive in and take these guys on directly. Now, this is not great. The reason this is not great is because they've kind of spawned in pretty much the worst place in the galaxy they could have spawned. Because they've spawned over here. Because for those of you who may have been a bit new, or just as a reminder for everyone else, there's been basically two halves to this galaxy. And this half of the galaxy, with the Pax Romana, and with the Bug People, and with the Mighty Ducks, and with the Ilkahan down here, this has been a strong, unified federation for pretty much this entire game. This side of the galaxy is strong, technologically advanced, big fleets, etc.
And also like you.
And also, they all like me. I mean, basically everyone likes me now, so that's not a problem, because everyone's in the Federation. But on this side of the galaxy, these guys have been warring states, constantly fighting each other and us, pretty much on and off for the entire time. They've pretty much constantly been in a state of war with us, just non-stop. They are weak, they are divided, their planetary defences are not set up correctly, their fleets are not in any position to muster any form of response against the Unbidden. They will be easy pickings. Now, that means we basically need to, as soon as we have got our fleet retrofitted, we need to begin a war and we need to bring the galaxy together on us. Like, we cannot have these guys throwing their fleets away, so unfortunately the Kesem Compact are not going to be relieved immediately. We simply can't, because we would just lose fleet after fleet. Like, our entire fleet combined is, wow. We might have enough, we might have enough strength. We might just about have enough strength here. We're being upgraded at this exact moment in time. Everyone is desperately trying to upgrade. Where's the 8th fleet, by the way? It's still a couple of jumps away from upgrading. It's nowhere near ready. So unfortunately, the Kesem Compact, while the upgrading is happening, they are just going to suffer. And I really hope they don't try and get involved and fight back, because if they do, they'll just be wasting fleets we'll need later when we all band together. But I suspect they're going to, because they're literally under attack. Now, does that mean that the portal is here? Can we actually see the portal? Yep, that is the portal right there. So ultimately, we need to destroy this thing. However, it used to be easier than it is now, because basically they're going to go around setting up what's called dimensional anchors. I don't think they've done any yet, because they've literally just arrived. While any dimensional anchors exist anywhere in the galaxy, the portal is invulnerable.
So what you're saying is the dimensional anchors are Horcruxes for the portal?
Yes, if you like. That's certainly one way of putting it.
Alright, a few shout-outs before we get into
Crack on, yeah, go on.
Properly, because people have been extremely generous, and so there's quite a few to go through.
Oh, go for it, Claire.
A shout-out to our friend Robert Wizawati, another regular, who gave us $10 US and said, "Hi John and Claire, happy Sunday. I thought the live stream was happening yesterday and I waited until like 2, assuming you were just late. Hopefully you're not in the same time zone as us."
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Also sad that Stellaris is ending. I don't know if we're going to say what it is yet, but we are very excited, both of us, about what's coming next after Stellaris for the new live stream series.
Yes, we are indeed very, very excited by that, and there is some very, very cool stuff. Did you get over there, by the way? Let's move
a shout out to Chris,
happier.
who gave us $20 US and said, "I've missed the past few streams, but I couldn't miss the finale. Barnabas the Fish and I are very excited for the Unbidden."
Good old Barnabas the Fish.
Barnabas the Fish is excited for the space jellyfish. That's interesting.
Quite right.
A shout out to East Deltag, who gave us $5 Australian and said, "Win or lose, at least the fleet looks fabulous with all the pretty lights. P.S. I'm really tired this morning." Yes, because you're in Australia and you're watching us really early in the morning. So thank you for your dedication.
Yeah, I'm very sorry, but that's not going to, like, you know, change when we go over to the new series. It's going to stay at roughly the same time as it is now. Sorry.
Shout out to Richard, who gave us $20 and said, "My 6-year-old daughter begs me to play Fallout 4 so she can play Miniature Nerd."
Oh, that's seriously. Oh, that's so cute.
She
That's
narrates
so...
what she... No, there's more.
Oh
She
my
narrates
goodness.
what she's doing, occasionally calling out "lovely" or "blimey," so thank you for that.
That's so adorable. That's so damn adorable. That is incredibly, incredibly adorable. Oh.
Shout out to a sometimes YouTuber, another regular, who gave us $5 and said, "So we stand here." Sorry. "And so we stand here."
Oh, she's gone into dramatic reading voice. Oh, you know, oh, shit's getting real now.
Seemed worthy. Anyway. "And so we stand here, one galaxy, united under one council, unbidden, looming as we stand ready. As one, we must remember," there's Latin, there's going to be...
Go for it, Claire. Do your best Latin reading.
"Illegitimi non carborundum." Well, I don't know. Bastard something or other, but apart from that...
I'm guessing that's an attempt to Latinize Unbidden. I would guess.
Yeah, probably, because... Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, a shout out to Robin, who gave us $5 and said, "Oh god, John, you're doing it backwards. They're organic, they have no they have armor and no shields. oh god, I'd help more, but I have a cat in my face right now.
No, that's the Scourge. The Scourge have, like, literally, I can hover over these guys and show you that what they've got is they've got a whole bunch of shields. Look at the shields. You're thinking of the Scourge. The Scourge have literally no shields but tons of armor, like 90% armor. Like, I can literally, it's on screen right now. There's numbers. 2,000 points of shield. I've not got it backwards. You need shield piercing for these guys because they've got shields.
Shout out to Ozzy who gave us $5 and said, thank you so much for doing a Sunday stream. I'm a long-time viewer and new Patreon, but I can't watch Saturday streams until afterwards because I'm Jewish. And yeah, we realised that Saturday stream isn't maybe the best for everyone at the time that we're doing it, but we kind of like to have them on a regular basis anyway. So when we have stuff going on a Saturday,
yes,
we'll do the stream on a Sunday. And I think next week we can already tell you that it's going to be on a Sunday as well.
Yeah, next week is going to be Sunday as well, just because of... Wait, why are we doing that? There's a reason.
Because you're going to see your mother.
Yes, that's right. I'm visiting my family after I go to EGX. That's true. I'd forgotten why.
Oh dear.
I would have remembered when I arrived at her house, I'm sure.
Yeah, well.
Oh dear. Right, let's just let I think the Unbidden are at this point bombarding this here place. Let's just kind of watch Planet.
You definitely need to let me catch up some more because we're
No,
still...
go for it. Go for it. Let's just watch this planet being taken while you're doing that.
Shout out to Barnsley who gave us £2 and said, does John have a violin to play as the galaxy burns?
I do not actually have a violin to play.
That would be kind of terrifying, probably.
Another 115,000 just arrived.
John, would you like to scroll that up a tiny bit?
Oh, you need to be scrolled up, do you?
Just a tiny bit, that's fine. This is just one.
Mm-hmm.
A shout out to Brandon who gave us $5 and he was the one who asked a question earlier about your perception and how I deal with it. And he says, I've streamed and made videos before so I can understand this. Carry on towards glory and victory for the Pax Romana. And I also wanted to point out that Game Neek on Twitter sent us some really cool like recruitment poster style fan art.
Oh, cool. Those will definitely show up at the end of the highlights. Yeah, but spam them in the chat too. Oh, that's really cute.
Yeah, and
that's
like
cute.
A vintagey one as well.
Now, what's going to happen to the surface? Because unfortunately, oh dear. You just may have seen there what happens when the Unbidden gets through your planetary defences. What was once a thriving, healthy world has just been basically destroyed. It has been turned into a barren world, but is a terraforming candidate. A barren and rocky world with a thin or non-existent atmosphere. They have literally, basically, reduced it to nothing. They have reduced it to literally nothing. And they've started building, I think that's the first actual... No, that's a void junction. Never mind. So they've built a void junction, which is basically just one of their little things there. And there's a dimensional portal. I think actually that's just like the starting portal. And then this over here is, I assume that's maybe the first anchor. Perhaps, or maybe they're just building over here a brand new void junction, which is just, yeah, their defense platform. So, they're quite pretty. They do pretty, you know, when it's all going fiddly, fiddly, flish, 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 it's all quite attractive. Hello, what do you want? You want to give me energy credits, do you? That seems reasonable. Also, good timing. All of a sudden, our scientists have decided to start dying. Don't die now, you stupid bastards. This is the exact moment where you need to, like, you know, do stuff. Good stuff. Right, we need an engineering candidate. Obviously, there's no bloody engineering candidate right now. Stupid gets. Right, were any of you any good? Just rockets. No, none of you are any good whatsoever. Absolutely flipping marvellous. What's your trait again? Your trait is... resilient and synthetic. Ah, okay, maybe we'll move the scientist over to that, and we'll have you on our new thing. So actually, we'll probably just quickly pause here and go into this. So you, I need you to, I need you to reassign, and I need you to, oh no, sorry, you've immediately, that's clever, you've immediately actually figured out what I want you to do, which is you've just moved over to your new job. Excellent, which is your biology. Wait, what? What have you done? Okay, you know what? It's fine. I could have sworn that was said New Worlds Initiative, not biology, but alright, fine. We've now got someone whose specialisation is indeed biology. Oh no, sorry. It is New Worlds. That's what he's currently doing. That's his specialisation. Fine. That's okay. So you now have moved down to engineering, but that's fine because you are a robot and you are very good at doing everything. And you actually... Also, you're a resilient robot. Leader lifespan plus 25 years. You're literally a robot. You're immortal. You don't die. But alright, fine, whatever. He's a resilient robot. Okay, good. Now, let's just back out of here for a second, because that should mean, yes indeed, the Unbidden now have their first spot on the map. And we are technically at war with them. Just kind of by default, pretty much. If I'd actually wait, are you... No one's going after them, though, right? Yeah, no one's really that interested in actually going after them, which is marvellous. But, Legio 1... And I've turned, by the way, droning optimizations on to get a bit more minerals in because we don't really need influence anymore. If we aren't technically at war, which I don't think we are, the game's a bit funny about whether you are or aren't at war with something because it's not showing up as a war down here. So you guys, just step away over here and... Why was there a... Oh, never mind. You guys, yeah, I want you to take point. So everyone, take point on this. If anyone wants to follow us, they're more than welcome to do so right now, okay? So that's lovely. So that fleet is now set to take point. But actually, you know what, Legio 1 may as well start heading over in the right direction. The very edge of our space. It may as well start jumping out right now. Okay, Claire, carry on while the fleets are converging.
Oh my goodness, we've just had a donation come in from E9S38B38, fabulous name.
A good name.
They gave us $100.
Oh wow, thank you very, very much indeed.
Well, thank you very much for your generosity. And they said just joined, so hopping in the time machine to go back to the start. But thanks again for one of the best series on YouTube. Who knew my 7 years of classics education 20 years ago would apply to watching videos about space empires?
Yep. So, what's going on, by the way, is the Unbidden are starting to spread. They're having managed to actually get a little kind of, a little starting point over here, and they're keeping 300,000 strength around their dimensional portal just to make sure it stays safe. Their other fleet's now starting to spread out. Approximately 100,000 strong apiece. Now that's actually kind of good, because while that means unfortunately the Kesam Compact are very rapidly going to start losing territory, because they're basically going to have their planets purified and completely purged, and as a result the territory of the Unbidden will start to spread. It means that for the time being their fleets are separated, and if our fleets can just take their fleets out one by one, that's good, because I'd rather take them out at 100,000 at a time than have to take out 500,000 in one go.
Oh, apparently you cancelled an upgrade to the fleet when you moved it, or people are at least concerned that you did. There's some disagreement.
Oh, there's only 3 ships that need upgrading, so that means most of them are fine. If I just kind of go over to this, yeah. These Legio 1 definitely does have Giga Cannons. I think there's 3 fleets that were about to join that were built under the old regime and were moving over to us, but that's fine. If like 3 ships still have old lasers, that's okay. I'd rather have Legio 1 moving out. But definitely, if we look here and we can examine all the ships, oh wait, hang on, what was I supposed to rename a ship? You were supposed to name a ship
after Dragon Age Origins.
Okay.
And actually, Tremoctopus, who gave us 100 rubles, said, John, please name one ship as the Royal Brother, preferably one with the tabbies on it. And yes, you did spell that right, Tremoctopus.
So there is probably, it's probably, at this point, in offense, we've got so many ships in our fleet. Most of them are called, like, the Fortitude 3, because there's already a Fortitude 1 and 2. I think we've literally used up the entire game's list of ship names.
Database of names, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Whilst you do that, a shout out to J. Ferguson KG, who gave us $10 and asked, John, what do you blurt out during heated gaming moments? On a different note, thanks for all the...
I just basically say flip. I just say flip, as you're well aware.
Always brightens my day. I mean, you say flip when you record. Sometimes on streams you actually say...
I do actually swear.
Yeah.
But I swear.
Mostly just...
I swear in the way normal people swear, which is, you know, with swear words that aren't racial slurs. Who'd have flipping thought it?
Anyway, shout out to Nomis XRT, who gave us £5 and said, John, please be my gay galaxy dominating husband.
That seems like a perfectly reasonable and fair thing, yeah.
I love you, despite your limited perception, and I look amazing in a crown and gown. Sorry, Claire. No, don't apologise, I'm sure you'd look amazing in a crown and gown. Now,
8th, 9th and 10th fleet have all finished production as well. That's fine. At this point, screw it. We're just basically, even though we're losing money... Oh, we're losing energy too. Okay. I have the influence to drain the sectors, and our ships will start dying at some point, but... Screw it. I'm just going to keep building. I'm just going to non-stop build. if we potentially... I mean, bankrupting ourselves is not the thing to worry about right now. At all. All we need to worry about is just producing ships forever.
Tremoctopus says you renamed the ship as Tabby's and not the Royal Brother like he asked.
Wait, what was I supposed to do?
Rename the ship that has the Tabbies on it.
Oh, darn it!
As the Royal Brother.
The Tabbies aren't going to get involved in this war, so I will. I'll give him a battleship. Well, there's no planet to land on because these guys don't take planets. It's not good. They exterminate planets. They take planets. Literally everyone on them is in kind of absorbed as food, and the planet is left as a barren husk with nothing on it. It's not good. I promise, Claire. It's actually quite bad, in fact.
Anyway, Spiral 83 in the comments says I really like Flip.
Oh, good lord. Right, let's just get ourselves a little bit more spaceport over there. That's just a huge amount of new ships coming in. That's the best we can do. What are you saying? You want to give us... Oh, you want to give us energy credits. Good. We kind of need energy credits. For once, we're making a loss. But don't worry. If we get low, I will just literally go over to the sectors. I must have, like... Hang on. Let's just see what I can actually pull out of the sectors right now. Because I'm going to guess it's quite a lot at this point. Yeah, we can literally pull out, like, 20,000... a go from the sectors for 100. I mean, I feel like it should be reduced to 25 already because the base cost is supposed to drop to 25 during a defensive war, and we are like, we're sort of at war with the Unbidden. They are marked as at war with us, and we didn't start it. They attacked the Kesem Compact, so I feel like that should automatically drop to that. And also, are you getting a cheap tax rate? Don't you get a cheap... Hang on. There we are. Good. One of my... Oh, several of my sectors are paying less money. There you are. Tax rate goes up there. Right, everyone needs to be paying 75% tax right now. Sorry, we need space socialism to pay for the... There's literally extra-dimensional invaders, alright? They're just going to have to accept a high tax rate.
Bobtron in chat says, Bobtron in chat asks whether the Unbidden are basically the Mongol hordes of Stellaris.
Yes, that's a fair, reasonable thing. Except in this game,
you're gonna go back and forth for like 10 episodes trying to figure out where to go.
Tragically, they're not. they're just running straight over here, and they're doing a good job just bombarding planets. We're going to see their territory starting to spread pretty bloody quickly. I'm guessing they have jump drives as well by default. That would make sense. Luckily, the Kesem are not throwing away their fleet trying to counterattack right now, which is good.
Also, Keegan wanted to say, could I suggest to you that maybe you replace some farms with more power production mineral mining?
We absolutely could, yes. And I will think about that, but right now I don't want to spend the money even doing that. We've got enough money in our sectors for the time being that I just want to focus on all the rest of just basically just straight up fighting here. Okay, just you lot over here. Yeah, you three. No, just you four, please. Also, what are you guys doing? Oh, you've just all shown up, have you? Alright, fine, whatever. Right, everyone just... Okay, hang on. Why can't I merge all of you? Probably because I've got like a flipping... I've got like a spaceport in here or something. Right, you four, right over here. Yeah, I need you to start merging, please. Everyone start merging. Everyone who can, merge. Reunify back into a new fleet. And the frame rate's already not 100% happy with me. Oh no, no one's happy with this. Right, just keep moving. Everyone just merge. But the fact is, we've got enough fleet here that we can give a good fight against the Unbidden by ourselves. And it's not just us. We have got friends. We've got the entire galaxy who are going to be showing up to help out here. Alright, everyone's merging together. Everyone's merging together. There's 9th Fleet. And back up to, as soon as we're done with these maneuvers, 400,000 and plenty more coming in. Right. Now, this is where things start getting interesting, because no one's coming to join us right now, because even though the Unbidden are blatantly, like, you know, the biggest threat to the galaxy, no one seems to actually care. So, I need a dummy war, which everyone is like a traditional war that everyone's fully willing to get behind. Now, this is why I left a rogue state down here, the Great Ilkhan Authority, who have done basically nothing wrong aside from wanting to be independent, unlike the remaining 98% of the galaxy. So, what we need to do basically on them instead is we just need to liberate them. Because a war of liberation, pretty much no one ever votes down. So basically I just need to liberate just everything they've got. So we're just going to liberate all of them, and literally everyone's going to vote for it. I just want an absolute total war of liberation against those guys. Everyone will vote for it. That will begin a war. And because that's going to begin a war, that means that everyone will consider themselves at war. And that means everyone will jump and join up with my fleet. So we're going to confirm that right now. Okay, and now we're just going to wait for the votes to come in. War declaration, everyone's going to vote yes. I voted yes too. And in a moment, that will go... Someone decides to open up. The Latrepian nations open their borders to us. Well, that's good. Who's not voted? Good. Right, the war's underway. Excellent. And the, I feel very sorry for the Great Ilkhan Authority who have responded, but why?
Aww.
Look at that. They've received confirmation that the entire galaxy is at war with them and responded, why would you do that? Aww. We pose literally no threat to anyone. We're pacifists. I've basically just taken the Death Star over to Alderaan here. The Great Ilkhan Authority are a pacifist people. They have no weapons. They pose no threat to anyone. Aside from the fact they technically do actually own Dangal of Mondak's Retreat, which was once mine. That was actually once my system. I think it was pulled out of my authority by the Envelope people at some point. Or maybe by the Thembalon, I can't remember now. So, we're at war with those guys at this point. That's okay. They seem really sad about that fact. We're losing energy credits every month, but that's fine. We've got plenty of time. The deficit, we've got, we've got stockpiles. We've got plenty of stockpiles. Kesem Compact, we're no longer trading. We're losing energy credits, I know. But now, hopefully, no one is going to go to war directly with them. Instead, everyone is going to come and join up with us. And as for us, we are going to come over here. That is a... Ooh, hello. That's the... Oh, that's the Great Ilkhan. Sorry, I thought it was bloody... I just assumed that must be a Thembalon. Sorry, not Thembalon, Unbidden ship. But no, it's a Thembalon. Right, all I need to do now is I'm pulling all of the fleets over to here. I need to find a nice safe staging point. Where's going to be sufficiently safe and far back, but close enough to the Unbidden? You know what this will do? This is... Oh, this is one less jump. This is where we're going to draw up. In the system of Aklinda, which is a completely unremarkable system that's got nothing in it except one barren, molten world that happens to be of some interest to engineering students. This is where the greatest fleet the galaxy has ever seen is going to rally.
Oh, wow. Mega Raptor, you crazy bastard.
Uh-huh. Do you need me to scroll down again, by the way?
I will do, yeah. Mega Raptor just gave us 250 bucks.
Oh, blimey.
And said hi.
Mega Raptor, thank you very, very much indeed. Mega Raptor is indeed excited about Aklinda. This is going to go down in the history books, alright? This is going to be right here. This shall be the moment, the Mega Raptor moment when the fleets all converged at Aklinda. And here they come, the fleets. My fleet's going to start jumping soon. And all the other fleets should start moving to intercept with mine, because this fleet is marked as taking point. So all my allies... Oh, look. Claire, look. The fleets have started to move.
Ooh,
they're
nice,
all moving en masse.
Also, Sir Roderick in the chat says, I would love it if John beat the Unbidden, but the Ilkhan take over his planets while he's off fighting the Unbidden.
I really doubt they can, because I don't think they've even got a fleet. Oh, blimey, everyone's coming. Okay, this plan is working. Everyone is coming, and it looks to me like nobody is going to attack the Great Ilkhan themselves. No one's bothering because they're doing exactly what I want them to. What have they even got? Let's just check what they've got here, just in case. They've got one fleet of 9,000 strength. Okay, it's going to take them a while to get through my planetary defences. Okay, everyone's drawing up at this point.
Thomas is right. Thomas says, I hereby declare Megaraptor the executive producer of many a True Nerd live stream.
That seems eminently reasonable. That seems reasonable, yes. Now...
yeah, rename him... Didn't we already rename some stuff for Megaraptor when he did this?
The entire fleet, the Galactic Imperial fleet, is made up of Megaraptor class battleships. There should be, unless someone has. I think actually someone might have redesigned them, meaning they were no longer Megaraptor class. Because all the battleships now seem to be low-rod Gacian classes.
Change it back.
I can't, I'm not the president, but we will start, I think we should start immediately naming some frontline battle cruisers in Legio 1 after some of these guys. I think that is definitely what they should be called. So hang on, we also need the what was the Russian one that we got wrong? So they called it the Tabbies instead. The Brotherhood or something.
Shoot.
Hang on, is it the top? Is it the top here?
The Royal Brother.
The Royal Brotherhood. Okay.
The Royal Brother.
The Royal Brother. There we are.
Yes.
We got the Royal Brother.
Also, Neprath in the chat says, I think it would be nice to rename a planet Lashkut Sacrifice in honor of the first planet to fall. Sorry.
I think we will set. Okay, when this is all done, I think we shall settle. If we win, that is, I think we will.
Yeah.
We will settle a Gaia world, and we will name it. And we will name it after the first world that fell.
Sacrifice.
Yeah.
I'm writing that down now so that we can have it. Now let me catch up with a few.
Go for it. The fleet's converging, so we've got a few minutes before they actually are done converging on this spot. So go right ahead.
Yes. So a shout out to Total Fire who gave us $5 Australian and said, "Hey John, finally managed to catch another one of these live since the first Stellaris stream. This is a good one, good bookend, first and last stream." Shout out to Broken Bridges who gave us £2 and said, "John, are you ever going to play Rome Barbarian Invasions?"
Yes, I absolutely flipping will.
Fucking hell, Megaraptor! Stop it! He's done it again!
He's done what?
He's given us $250 again.
Oh no. Megaraptor! That's enough! That's enough!
He said, "I broke the chat, yay!"
We love you, Megaraptor. We absolutely love you. But stop it, you mad bastard.
Anyway, shout out to Philip Harbo, another regular who gave us 50 Danish krona and said, "Initiate Operation Bum Rush." And I'm gonna need you to scroll down, but not too quick because I don't know how much more there is. Yeah, you went too fast, too far down. Yeah. Go back up.
Get back up. Yeah.
Because there's a few I did shout out for, like when they happened. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
So, shout out to Oh Boy who gave us €10 and said #sex the Horcruxes.
Sex the Horcruxes, marvellous.
And to Unirob, well, one of the Horcruxes is Daniel Radcliffe, so you know. Anyway, shout out to Unirob who gave us £5 and said, "Hi John, could you please add my childhood cat Baggy to the list? He used to sleep in my mum's catnip, but it was found dead in my dad's shed when I was 7. Oh, that's sad."
What was the name and spelling?
Baggy.
Baggy, as in with IE or Y on the end?
Y.
Y, okay.
Very good.
There we are. Well, in all fairness, I don't feel like the spaceship Baggy's potentially going to have a much better fate than the cat, potentially. We're sending it straight to the front line. Actually, it's a battleship. The battleships do stay at the rear. It's in all fairness, it's the corvettes that basically get blown up. Go on, carry on.
Shout out to Anthony who gave us $5 and said, "I run because..." Oh yeah, he was saying he was doing a 13-mile run earlier. He says, "I run because I need to keep healthy and to keep my legs sexy because I am dressing as Sailor Jupiter for Halloween." Nice.
Oh, I think
very nice indeed.
That's another world that's about to go down.
Shout out to Hayden Smith who gave us $5 Australian and said, "Let's be honest, my Monday classes are nowhere near as good at these streams. Thanks for bringing Stellaris back. Can't wait to see what's coming next." Hayden, we don't actually endorse you missing your classes so you can stay up all of Sunday night to watch us.
No, on the contrary, I fully endorse stay-in-school kids. I'm very much of a stay-in-school kid sort of person, in fact, yes.
Shout out to Dirty Old Man who gave us 50 Danish krona and said, "Hi Claire and John, please say halt evildoer." Halt evildoer?
Halt evildoer! I kind of got into that one more.
In your best superhero voice.
Halt evildoer!
Halt evildoer!
Your supervillain's that's terrible.
Yes, I wasn't trying to do a super villain, but I mean, I don't know. Anyway, a shout out to Jonathan Freeman who gave us 50 Canadian dollars and said, "Hello from Niagara Falls, Canada. I'm going to university in nearby and the buses..." Ooh, you need to scroll down a little bit, that's hidden. And buses run right there. Alright, wait a second. Sorry, you went up. Perfect. Sorry, a shout out to Jonathan Freeman who gave us 50 Canadian dollars and said hello.
Best dollars! Woo!
Niagara Falls, Canada. I'm going to university nearby and buses run right there. Also, I'm able to have a little bit more fun than usual as I've just turned 19. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday indeed.
Anywho, love you guys and wish you the best of luck crushing the Unbidden Menace.
Yep.
Also, shout out to Travis Janie, who gave us $50 US and said, I'm glad you did a Sunday stream so I'm not stuck at work while you do it. However, I do spend Sundays with my fiance so I can't watch live. I also just signed up for Patreon. Love the podcast. Hope you two have a great week. Thank you very much.
Thank you
for that.
indeed, and enjoy some time with your fiance.
Indeed, indeed. Shout out to Peter Whiteman who gave us £2 and said you should use the tabbies as a distraction.
I can come up with much better things to use as a distraction, don't worry.
Shout out to Richard Irwin who gave us £5 and said illegitimate non-carborundum translates as don't let the bastard grind you down, which I'm not...
Just an alternative translation of the same then,
oh,
sure.
Fair enough. Yeah, also...
Just a different one, yeah, from what is used in Handmaid's Tale, fine.
Also appropriate, Samper in excretia sumus solem profundum variat.
Oh, good lord, I need to see that written down. Hang on.
It's in the middle.
Also appropriate, always... Simus only... something changes... Semper always in excretia. Sumo solem would be only... Profundum variat changes... I don't know off the top of my head actually. Excretia. No, I'm afraid I do not know off the top of my head.
Is it like...
I was always a much better Hellenist than Latinist, and it's
Is it like something about excretion?
It could possibly be some. It could possibly be an attempt to write something like the shit hitting the fan. I am actually not quite sure. Profundum flow only. Yeah. I'm not actually sure. Sorry. We'll need to help us out there, and I believe Hang will just bring you down a little bit there. We need to get you caught up so we can actually get, because we've got something. Ah, there you are. You are actually caught up, which is important because, huh?
Scrolled down too quick.
What? No, I didn't. You got to the. Oh no, I thought you did.
No, there we go. That's good. Sorry.
Right. Well, we're gonna have to have a pause here because something big's actually happening, which is kind of unfortunate. The Federation fleet has decided to go ahead. It theoretically might win. It's slightly the weaker force, but the Federation fleet, which is backed up by a huge amount of battleships, but I don't think this is actually that well set up. Who's currently even the president, by the way? The president is the state of Kelzaka. Okay. The problem is, what they've done is they've retrofitted all of these ships out to have... Well, actually, they do have kinetic artillery. And they have some large phase disruptors, but they're using tachyon lancers, which is not the best thing. And that concerns me, because it means they're going into a fight without the best kits. Let's let this fight kick off here. Nice and slow. Actually, I'm going to slow it down. And the Admiral is going to trait. Okay, an Admiral is going to trait. Great, let's slow this down here. Just let this fight happen. So who's going to get the first shot in? Are they firing at each other now? Probably the battleship should still be imminently in range. These guys are almost ready to start firing. Okay, in we go. They're just preparing this attack here. Here we go. Someone's taken a bit of a knock here, and a decently skilled Admiral is actually taking control here. Actually, it's a former Yapathi. One of the Yapathi is actually in control here, which is kind of cool. Looks like the long-range lasers are actually doing a pretty good job tearing these guys apart at the time being. So at the front line, yeah, these guys are definitely losing strength pretty quickly. The question is, how fast are these guys losing their strength? Broadly comparable. I mean, that's a lot of firepower being put on the front line of the Unbidden right now. Quite frankly, it would be nice if one of their fleets was to go down immediately, but you can see their shields are being taken down and they're closing in. But the nice thing is, if it gets to close range, that's at the exact point when these corvettes can start doing their best work, because these corvettes are probably torpedo boats. And at this point, yeah, the shields are collapsing. When the shields are down, but the shields of, yeah, at this point, the Federation fleet is actually overtaken. But the Federation fleet is honestly a one-shot only thing, because no one's going to be rebuilding it fast enough. So, as a result of this, it looks like there might actually be a victory here, but I would not be surprised to see reinforcements coming in from the Unbidden. They've got jump drives, but this looks like a good early first win for the forces of the Galactic Empire. quite frankly, the Federation has done an excellent job tearing these guys apart. And now, yeah, they're going down fast. Their ships are just being shredded. At this point, it's point-blank range. Our ships are on top of them. We still have 95,000. We only lost like 15,000 strength in that battle. And that is a very, very good first engagement for the forces of the Galactic Empire. And more is coming in. A reinforcement force of 12,000 from... It's the Warthog people. It's the Grognuplerans, the Warthogs. Right, Claire. I think we need to let you catch up for a second. We've had a good first engagement there. Yeah, tell us what's going on.
We've just gotten a new donation from Led Zeppelin 27 who gave us $125.
Oh, wow. Thank you very, very much, Led Zeppelin. Any message?
Yeah, he said, I haven't been able to catch all of the live streams with work and college, but thanks for all the hard work, John and Claire. 2 videos a day, you're an animal, and also he said in brackets, you guilted me into this mega after. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for...
Oh, is that what can we do? Can we start playing them off against each other?
John, no. Thank you so much to Sal, who gave us $2 and said, hello, John and Claire, I love your work. Cheers. Also,
thank you very much, Sal.
Also, Grey Morality, who gave us $10 and said, I'm excited about the finale. Consider this a donation to the war effort. Shout out to the 44 Buzzkill, who gave us 50 Swedish krona and said the real casualty of the coming war will be the frame rate.
Yeah, it almost certainly will be. In fact, oh blimey, it started to happen. So oh blimey.
Also, shout out to Sindrake, another regular, who gave us $2 Australian and said, I think it's time. Claire, check down in the chat. And I have indeed checked down in the chat. Sindrake has written us a really lovely long war speech to take on the Unbidden. We can put that somewhere in the, maybe in the video description or something later.
I think we will definitely will put that in the video description, absolutely, when the highlights go up.
CPU Purple Heart gave us another speech. This one's shorter, so I'm going to read it.
Go for it, Claire, go.
It's like a whole paragraph.
A whole paragraph?
Yeah.
A paragraph's not that long.
Like that.
Oh, that's more than a paragraph. Okay.
Anyway, CPU Purple Heart says, today we assemble the biggest fleet in history here at Aklinda. We all united will divide these and... We all united will defeat these invaders. We will show them the strengths of this galaxy to victory.
When the time comes, I have a speech prepared myself. Don't worry. I have a speech.
Shout out to
speech ready.
Icon, who gave us $5 and said, I'm just buying my Pax Romana war bond. Very, very good indeed.
Excellent. Buy war bonds.
Shout out to Oli Oli, who gave us €10. Again, can you please name a battleship after me as well?
Yeah, I think that seems very reasonable under the circumstances. Oli has been very, very...
Every stream, I think.
It's with a Y, isn't it? Both of them with a Y?
No, it's O-L-I-O-L-L-I.
O-L-I-O-L-L-I.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, lovely. And at the end of this war, we'll check whether any of you guys are still alive, by the way.
Oh my god! Sir Roderick Quincy Fons Thunderbottom, the magnificent hiking Australia, who gave us $100 Australian. Let the great chat donation war begin.
Yes! Your move, malignant Martian.
John, stop it! Oh my god, that's not appropriate to say. Jesus Christ.
Malignant Martian, you've done more than enough. Please do not donate.
I don't know if he's here today.
Huh? Didn't you say you donated earlier? I think I just what you said earlier.
Necroraptor, I said.
Oh, I swore I thought you...
You're not good at it. Anyway, he's not good at names, guys. Sorry. Shout out to Hunky Dory 71, who gave us 200 rubles and said, Comrade John, your videos are considered as uplifting and good for proletarian morale by the Ministry of Truth. Glorious leader expresses his gratitude. Carry on. Glory to Ozotska.
Glory to Ozotska, indeed.
Indeed, indeed. Bear Twigs gave us $10 and said, John, I just want to say thank you for your videos. They helped me get through a lot of dark times. And I'm not sure I'd be here without having something to look forward to every day. Thank you so much. That means a lot to us to hear that.
Yeah, it's like I always like hearing people occasionally just like DM me like some of the strange stories, like people who do like night work And like, you know, it's stuff they kind of watch and listen to while they're doing that, or people who've been in hospital who need something to keep their mind off things. I always like hearing the kind of the strange little stories. It's very surreal, but it's really interesting to kind of hear the different ways you impact people's lives. I mean, it's obviously, you know, some of them are, you know, it's very sad it's a thing at all, but it's, you know, it's nice that we can help in whatever little way we actually can.
And also, I mean, it's, you know, it's lonely work when it's just you talking to your computer. It's great to hear that, like, actually, it matters so much to people.
Okay, let's just do a quick check-in as to who's actually shown up for this war right now, because a lot of people have right now. So let's just check who's actually shown up here. We've got 30,000 strength from the Infinite Pond. I always like the Avian-class ships because they're big and metallic and shiny, which I always really liked. So I always liked the big shiny ships there. We have got ourselves. Oh, that's the Rontor. That's the Rontor right there. They've been friends of ours for a long time. I always like their big blocky ships as well. The little molluscoid ships are really, really cool, which I think is what those ones are. So the Rontor, they've brought 40,000 to bear. 30,000. Oh, that's the Laltrepian Interplanetary Union. Those are my vassals. They've brought 30,000 on their own. That's really nice that they've brought 30,000.
They're the Mega Raptors of the vassals.
Yeah, pretty much. They've just
my god!
What?
Retro for the win just gave us £400.
For what?
What? And said this is the least you deserve, you guys.
That's... Have we heard that name before?
I don't think we have.
I don't recall. Okay, hang on. Hang the flip on here. Hang the flip on here.
Yeah, Mega Raptor says noise. I agree with that. Noise.
Retro for the win?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. He's not getting one ship. Alright, he's not getting one ship. He's getting retro for the win. They're going in together. They're going in together. 4 ships side by side. Alright, there's 4 battle cruisers going in. That is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. But thank you so very, very much, Retro, for the win. There we are. Retro for the win. It will be really sad now. It'll be kind of like at the end of Harry Potter with the twins. Now if like Retro for that all come back, but Win doesn't. But Win...
Too soon, John!
Too soon? It's like a decade ago. Was it a decade ago by this point?
It's a lot more than a decade ago, but... Well,
what? So it's book 7?
Yeah, okay, I see what you mean. Well, actually, it's just a decade ago.
Ha! I was about right. Screw you.
Yeah, book 7 was...
Because about 10 years. Because about 1990... No, it must have been before 1997.
No. John, that would be 20.
Yeah, when I was about 10. That's about right for the first Harry Potter book, isn't it?
Yeah, for the first Harry Potter book. It's been 20 years this year. Like, it was 20 years.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
Okay, anyway, guys, you've been so generous, and so many of you are donating. Like, I mean, obviously the big amounts are just, you know, we're always shocked and surprised and so grateful that people are giving that much, but we're also immensely grateful for smaller amounts, and there's so many.
Yes, do not feel that this is, you know, do get drawn into one-upmanship. Do not get drawn into one-upmanship.
Julia gave us £5 and wanted John to say, this game is gorgeous in your best Red Dead Redemption voice.
This game is gorgeous, and would you believe that it is actually on Xbox 360? I'm not actually playing this on Xbox 360, by the way. This is definitely a PC game. You kind of need a mouse.
Will you scroll down, please?
Scroll down, scroll down.
Oh,
sorry, it skipped a bit. Hang on.
I need to see. Green glasses needs to be the top one.
Huh. What? What are you... Pointing and making noises doesn't help.
Sorry, Joseph Henderson is my next one. Joseph Henderson gave us $5 and said if you hold shift while you're upgrading a building, it queues everything up to the most advanced model you can build of that building.
Oh, that's useful, because then I can skip forward to level 6 spaceports super easily. Oh, that's really good to know. I didn't know that. That is useful. Claire's made an exasperated noise, which normally means money just arrived.
It's not exasperated at all. I just can't believe how generous people. I mean, you know, it's just wonderful.
Oh, by the way, look here. I think actually. Oh no, sorry. Is that the?
Oi!
Yeah. Look, some of the really nice ships that were inherited from the fallen empires are still here. They're still showing up. They're not dead yet. They get to be involved. Sorry. Carry on.
Shout out to Long Petkoff, another recurring viewer who gave us $100 Australian.
Oh, thank you very much
they
indeed.
will sing songs about us after we win this war.
And if we don't, then they'll just eat us. So it's it's a bit of column A and a bit of column B.
Yeah, I think Sir Keegan in the chat pointed out that Sir Roderick should get a ship too.
Oh, that's very fair. That's very fair.
You might just have to call it Sir Roderick because I doubt that you can actually.
Actually, you don't know. This is a fine way to figure out what the flipping actual character limit is. So hang on, is it? How do you put
Sir
Roderick?
Roderick Quincy. Font
Is that like? Is it Roderick like that?
Yeah, I can't. Yes.
Yeah, Roderick. Quincy. Von.
Fawn, yeah.
No, Von or Fon?
Von, it's pronounced Fawn, John.
Okay.
It's like pretty. Anyway, Thunderbottom.
Oh no, that's it. It's Sir Roderick Quincy Von Thu. That's the ship. Sorry. Oh dear. Right, so that's.
If you ever see VON in a name, it is pronounced Fawn.
That doesn't seem right. I mean,
Yes,
Bon, I'd be willing to accept, but not Von. What?
It's a Dutch prefix. It's.
No, I mean like as in like no, I just mean like philology. In philology, B's inevitably become V's because it's the same shape of your mouth. It's just it's lazier to say V. So betas become vowels.
No.
No, they literally do. Shut up. Look up the philology of this. B's become V's over time in languages.
Okay, number one, I've done this shit at university. You don't teach me how that works. I know what you're saying.
We're getting into a linguistic showdown here. Oh shit!
I am telling you that the phonemes V and F, the and th are really close to each other, and also that is how Dutch works.
Ooh, Dutch. Oh, look at all the colours.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Because everyone gets the tail. Because the tail lights are in the appropriate colour for each civilization, so all the colours.
A shout out to Anthony who gave us $2 and said he's at 5 miles and keep up the good work. This was about 15 minutes ago that I came in, so you know he's probably at far more now. But a shout out to Tim Griffin who gave us €5 and said here's to a fiery end to a great run. Shout out to Popper1234 who gave us £2 and said Ego sum vitulesque marinis. Marinus?
Point.
With the P in the middle.
I am. So I am.
Yeah.
Marinus. Again, not quite sure off the top of my head. And also, Te Aldera no possum I can do. I'm not able to hear you. Something in.
Fixa est in aure.
Someone's claiming they're not able to hear us. We're pretty sure the audios are a problem. We think it's just a Latin joke there. But thank you very much, dirty old man there.
Who gave us 50, that's Danish krona, that one. Thank you also to Walshmeister, who gave us $5 and said, John, have you looked at the mods for Stellaris? Star Trek New Horizon has its own unique script, and Grim Darkness has a lot of challenges.
I have, but I have something else new for Stellaris at some point coming up. So don't worry. Let's not worry about mods just at this exact moment in time.
Shout out to Jonathan Freeman who gave us another $5 Canadian and said hashtag Pax Romana War Bond. Let's get it trending. Shout out to Grey Morality who gave us €5.
Oh! Sorry, I ruined the thing.
Yeah, it's because at some point you scroll down and it jumps to the last one.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Oh Jesus Christ! PhD Peppermint.
Oh dear. What's shit?
PhD Peppermint.
Yes.
Like, basically, put an end to the betting war by going to the flipping donation cap straight away.
What is the donation cap?
It's $500.
What?
PhD Peppermint.
PhD Peppermint.
Pepperman. I'm saying it wrong.
Yeah, I shoot
Peppermint.
I would say Peppermint. I thought if I say Peppermint, it'd be better Pepperman, which is assumed the correct pronunciation there. Yes. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Is that $500 from PhD Pepperman?
Yes, he says, you shall have all the money my system has made. You shall have all the money my system has made. All glory to the unflooded bastion. Also, the kids I watched the videos with were ecstatic. We got a system named in the game. Yes, this is PhD Pepperman, who I don't know if you remember, a couple weeks ago was messaging us from Texas, where he was like in a shelter, waiting for the
Oh
flooding to
yes,
go away.
yes, I do recall. Yes.
And he was watching with some kids. So he said, yeah, the kids I watched the videos with were ecstatic that we got a system named in the game. Love you both and Thomas and all the community. John, if you're ever in Texas, I'd love to buy you some Whataburger, the real Texans meal.
Sorry, water, as in like
Whataburger, as in what a burger.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was in like water buffalo burgers. Like water buffalo burgers. Interesting. Actually, I've had buffalo burgers before. They're really good.
Yeah.
They're not as good as ostrich burgers. If you've never had ostrich burgers, seriously, no joke, ostrich burgers are good. They're really nice.
Ooh, roller coaster of emotions stream, you guys. Like the Unbidden, those donations. Anyway, a shout out to Grey Morality, who gave us $5 and said, I was worried that I'd missed the stream yesterday. Can I have a ship named after me as well? And that's another regular, so I think that's fair enough.
Seems fair enough. Sorry, what's the new ship?
Grey Morality.
Ah, yes, indeed.
With an A.
With Grey Morality, that seems perfectly reasonable. Yeah. We've got the same problem here that, unfortunately, some of the fleets have decided to just go ahead and not wait for backup. So we will watch them with interest, because we're not sure what's going to happen with those guys, because they've just decided, screw it, they're just going on ahead and... I mean, they've got enough strength to take on and beat an individual fleet of these guys, and I think they're trying to... relieve this world. Hang on, we're just going to see where they're actually flipping going next. They're going to Kojog's Keep. Where is Kojog's Keep? Well, wherever it is, they're going to be arriving there in 3, 2, 1. Where are you going, you bastards? Because sooner or later, you are naffing off. Wind down. Okay, they're entering the orbit. Show me where they... Where did you just go? Hang on, I need the... Where's the button to actually find you? Wherever you are, you seem to be... Oh, if you back... I think they might be backing off back towards us if we're very, very lucky indeed. And they've decided no longer to actually do all of this by themselves. Because, hang on, where's the... Can I... Okay, hang on. Where's the flipping locate this button? No, that wasn't the right... Oh, never mind. We've lost them now. Never mind. We'll find them again later. Sorry, Claire, carry on while everyone continues heading on and joining up with us.
Shout out to Akaris Chimera, who gave us £10 and said, I want a battleship too. Love you, John. Keep making this a fun afternoon.
You see that? One of the systems just dropped in and out of our possession.
Weird.
I think it's...
Did it just, like, take it away from us?
No, what happened was this planet used to be inhabited. It's now been reduced to a rocky world with a permanent layer of frozen ice, meaning it dropped out of anyone's ownership. Then the game recalculated who it should belong to based on all the other planets nearby, and then it decided, actually, the Unbidden shouldn't get it because there's enough border pressure from the other planets. Even if it doesn't exist anymore, the system that already held it, they still get to hold it because there's border pressure coming from elsewhere. So that's okay for the time being. Claire, carry on.
Shout out to Tea and Charcoal, who gave us $5 and said, I know I can't win this bidding war, so here's a war bond, or according to the Patreon levels, a fancy coffee. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much indeed.
Definitely appreciate a fancy coffee.
Oh, I need to quickly sort out Kara and Sersha, by the way, which is a good dog planet. Wait, wasn't it good?
It's a good cat planet, John.
I thought it was a dog and a cat.
I don't know, because whoever was Karen Sorsh's parent in the chat was talking to me earlier, wanted to see what was going on with their planet, and it's been a bit busy with donations.
Ah, Karen, well, literally, I'm literally going to have to develop it right. In fact, I'm going to actually go over right now. I'm going to need to basically take my first big dump of money out of a sector in order to fund that. So right now, we will take this immediately. Yeah, here we go. This one will do. So we'll take that. There we are. We've now got the money that we need to start funding that, because it does need some development. Kara and Sersha does actually need some development here. So straight away, I'm actually going to give these guys an upgraded everything, because these guys need some more everything, and we actually need more everything. We're lacking in money and all sorts right now, so I'm going to quickly just shove down some mines and develop this world. While I'm doing that, carry on, Claire.
You need to name a planet after Okara's Chimera, who just asked, and you just ignore me when
I will. There's a lot to do, Wait, wait.
I'm just
Leggy
saying.
one. Leggy. Oh, bloody.
Oh, I'm sorry. Great Britain says, in fact, Karen and Social were both dogs. I'm sorry, I'm
Ha!
quite...
I thought it was dogs. Why can I not select this fleet right now? Hang the flip on here. The game's being funny with me. Okay, I need to be able to select this fleet. Hang on, if I open this, yeah. Legio 1. Give me Legio 1. Okay, I need to be able to select Legio 1, otherwise I can't actually... if I just click here, does it just open it? Okay, what's happening here? Okay, I'm just going to quickly save and then reload immediately because I've lost the ability to open up Legio 1 screen, which is kind of, you know, a problem. Yeah, there we go, that's interesting. Load the save I just made. There we go. I'm not sure why that just happened, but I lost the ability to select Legio 1.
We're here, shout out to Lord Maximus05 who gave us $10 and said, John, sad face, I'm sorry I've betrayed you. I subscribed to Nerdcubed.
That's acceptable. He's just back and he's doing some really weird alternative stuff, which is a really cool experiment.
I mean, also, you've been subscribed to Nerdcubed for ages.
I've been subscribed to Nerdcubed since longer than many a true nerd has existed.
Yeah, that was a big inspiration for you.
Yeah, it was. Absolutely, it was. Does anyone in the chat know how I get my military fleet thing back? Because now it's not appearing.
I don't know. Panic, John broke the game, we're in trouble,
I did not break the game. I'm not sure how to get
You made the fleet too big for the UI, says Western Rigby.
Oh, is that actually a thing? It could be.
Apparently.
It possibly is. I mean, I don't think I actually need it because I can still maneuver the fleet anyway, and I don't need to like do any join actions at the moment because it's only one fleet and everything's joined onto it. So it doesn't actually matter. So that's okay. So I think it's time for us to actually move the fleet slightly forward anyway. So what I need to do here is... I mean, what we need to respect here is the Kesam Compact, who have been attacked relentlessly during this whole process. Yeah. They have not committed their fleet to the Unbidden.
Kieran says too. Kieran in the chat says, tell John the Navy's too big for the UI.
Yeah, I mean, this is the amount of Navy in this system at this point.
Jesus, that's a lot.
It's literally the galaxy. The entire galaxy is showing up. But what we need to, I think what we need to draw attention to is somewhere in here, hang on, the Kesam Compact, that's their fleet. The Kesam Compact fleet, 20,000, they have not tried, they have let their planets be burnt and their populations be consumed because we in the Galactic Federation said, we go together. We don't go one by one, we stick together. We as a galaxy are united. And they held back their fleets while their own people cried out for help. And I think, therefore, it is fair for us to say, not one more Kesam Compact world is destroyed at this point. I think we go and find the nearest... Here we are. There is a Kesam Compact world right here. I'm moving the staging point over here to the system of Elfheen, which is a Kesam Compact world, and it shall be defended. Alright? No matter what happens, the Kesam Compact will not cease to exist. I am moving the fleet to Elfheen. They've got... Their entire defensive force is one platform in space. That's all they've got to defend their system. Well, not today. Today, we're bringing literally the entire galaxy to defend the Kesam Compact. And we're moving out right now to do that. Not one more Kesam world falls. Claire, while we're moving out, carry on.
Shout out to Fred Kush, who gave us $20 and said, #Warbond, I'm late to the party, but happy Sunday. And a shout out to Elias Lipka, who gave us 100 Swedish krona. That's another name we've seen in chat before. And they said, name all the battleships. You need to tell us what to name them.
Actually, I did. Oh, I can't name battleships anymore because literally I can't open the fleet.
Oh,
I have no ability to name Okay, once some of them start dying, when some of them start dying, we'll be able to name them again. We literally can't name battleships anymore. Which is unfortunate, but we literally have no way of doing it. Sorry.
Spiral in the chat says your war score is 40%. You need to hurry up.
Oh, uh-oh, they're right. Who's fighting that war? Why are they fighting that war? Uh-oh. That's actually true. Why is anybody actually fighting this war? The Kesam Compact. Someone's going in and actually trying to win. Oh no! Why would you be trying to win? We're not supposed to actually win that war. You stupid bastards! You're ruining everything. Oh no! 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 Stop it! Who is it? It's the Kalzakans! Get out of there! This is a fake war. We're only fighting because we're pretending to fight. We're not supposed to actually be fighting. The Kalzakans are going to win that war by themselves.
Ooh, Kieran says you need to press S on the fleet and you'll be able to control them.
Press S.
Yeah.
What?
Well, the message just says, please tell John he needs to press S on the fleet and he'll be able to control them. Also, Liberty F Prime says the UI falls over 500 ships. Mm-hmm.
But we might well be over that, yes.
Too many ships. Too many.
Okay, so they're right, actually. We need to basically get in there and start kicking some serious arse pretty much immediately because the war score is going to start... I mean, it's not perfect. Well, it's enough. We need to just get in there and start destroying some armadas right now because if that war ends, everyone's going to go home and not bother anymore. And if they go home and not bother anymore, that's going to cause me some serious problems. So, actually, where's...
Well, I'm sorry.
Can I have my little clock, please? I forgot my little clock.
You forgot your little clock.
It's in there.
Whilst we're still paused,
yes.
Wyatt gave us $50 Australian and wants to know, hey John, what's the most you've made from a stream before? Can we break the bank?
Oh, blimey. That would probably be my birthday stream, actually, wouldn't it? I'm pretty sure that's the biggest one we've ever had.
Yeah, people were very, very generous for your birthday stream.
I think if I recall correctly, that like the total was like... £600-700.
Yeah.
So I imagine we already probably
the
have.
FTL stream.
That was my birthday stream. Was the FTL stream?
Wasn't that Curious Expedition?
No, that wasn't my birthday.
Okay, never mind.
I don't think so.
Sorry.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure my birthday. I think actually maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure my birthday was the FTL stream.
We did 2 different FTL streams, though. I mean.
We did, yes. One of them was my birthday. One of them was one of them was a different one.
Anyway, both of the FTL streams were very good, but yeah, we've definitely already broken the bank.
Yeah.
Someone else in the chat, Microsoft LeFleur in the chat was asking if there was any way to kind of total it up and for you guys to see how many donations have happened. And I mean, you know, it's not that we don't want to be transparent, it's just that literally there are donations in loads and loads of different currencies.
Yes.
And YouTube does also
it's very hard for us to know.
So it's quite hard for us to know. And someone also said, someone in chat said, but someone donated £400. Is that not more than $500? Is that not over the cap? And friend, I have to tell you, the pound has not been doing very well.
Yeah, the pound's not so. The pound's not so hot.
Now.
Pound's not so hot.
Thank you, Brexit.
Okay, and unfortunately, I can't kick out the state of Kelzaka from the Federation to stop them winning that war by themselves. Because they're the president right now. Which is probably why they're going around doing their own things and being dicks. Because this isn't a real war! You're not supposed to be fighting this! We clearly said, follow me! Okay, we just need to go in. We just need to go in right now and basically try... Actually, you know what? If their own system starts coming under attack...
Can we catch up a little bit before we go in, if we're still...
Okay, before we go in, bloody hell.
I mean, look at that. Look at the timing on those donations.
Yes.
Like, there's an entire screen of them that happened in a 3-minute span.
Make a note of everyone who wants a battleship, because when we have less than 500 ships after we've taken some losses, we'll actually be able to.
Oh, jeez. Alright. Well, shout out to Matthew, who gave us $10 US and said, remember, loose lips, sink ships. Also, name a ship after my cat Rocket, who died of a collapsed heart chamber that filled with liquid. Oh no.
Oh.
I had him since I was 5. Also, another ship name, Ultima Ratio Regum.
Good name. Good name.
Good name, what's that mean?
Huh?
John is just like, good name, I don't know what it means.
Point, where?
At the bottom there.
At the very bottom?
Yeah, just the penultimate message.
Regum, accusative form of Rex, Ratio, Logic, Ultimate Kingly Reason? Ultimate Kingly Logic? Something of that nature? Regum is group 3 of the King. Ultimate ultimate reason of royalty, ultimate logic of the king. Something I'm not sure exactly where that's going.
Anyway, shout out
something
to
of that
Tactical
nature.
Noob 2 who gave us $50 and said you shall win this war, John.
Oh, sorry, it skipped.
For the Romana, for the Federation, for the Galaxy, for the Benno! And shout out to David Harris who gave us $5. Long-time lurkers, first-time donor, sorry. But everyone else is doing it, so here's my contribution to the war effort. Never change John and Claire, stop! Shout out to Niall who gave us £5 and said, John, you're an old git.
I am. It's true. You know what I had to do the other day? I couldn't remember how old I was and I had to calculate it. I genuinely did. I couldn't remember whether I was 30 or 31 and I needed to actually figure it out
anyway,
by counting on my fingers.
Well done. Niall also says, I'm sorry, no price war for me. I am but an humble butcher who rents his own place solo. Life is very expensive, yo. Yes, I mean, we really appreciate every donation. Like, £5 is just really great. £5 is much more than, like, you know, I don't know. I mean, these days we don't really know what videos are making because the whole...
It varies a lot because different channels have different levels of monetization and a video may make literally nothing if YouTube just decides it's ad unfriendly because screw YouTube and its ludicrous logic that makes no bloody sense.
Shout out to Joseph Anderson who gave us $5 and said, I don't think the shift to upgrade completely works on spaceports. I think it only works on planetary buildings. So,
that's useful to know anyway.
Yeah, and Thomas Richter, another familiar face, gave us 50 Brazilian reals and said, do the Independence Day speech will no longer be known as a Roman holiday, but as the day the galaxy declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. You have a speech prepared, and
we have a speech. We have a speech ready. Yeah.
But a shout out to Speedy Gonzalez who gave us £5 and said, a question for both Claire and John: what is the most pointless and useless information that you know?
Pointless. It's I still remember large parts of the original Pokemon rap. That's probably pretty useless.
Wow.
I do. Articuno Jinx, Nidorina Beedrill, Haunter, Squirtle, Chansey, Parasect, Execute, Muck, Dugong, Pidgeotto, Lapras, Vulpix, Rhydon. Gotta catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all! Gotta catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all! Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon!
Well,
I know a lot. That's one of 10. No, excuse me. That's the first of 10 parts. I'm not going to do all time.
It's certainly very shocking for me to
Electro, Diglett, Nidoran, Mankey, Venusaur, Rattata, Spearow, Pidgey, Seeking, Jolteon, Dragonite, Ghastly, Ponyta, Raforion, Poliwrath, Butterfree! Sorry, carry on, Claire.
I don't think
Charmeleon! Wartortle, Mewtwo, Tentacruel, Aerodactyl, Armanite, Slowpoke, Pidgeot, Arbok. That's all, folks! Sorry, carry on, Claire.
Are you just waiting for me to start talking?
Yes!
Rapping
yeah,
again?
That's the plan. That's the plan.
Well, I was gonna say it's certainly novel and surprising to hear you sing on the stream, John. That's never
happens before. Okay, what's your useless bit of information?
I don't know.
French?
I hate you. I hate you.
Hello. Carry on, Claire. Don't, come on, keep going, keep going. You got to keep this pace up here.
Shout out to the annoying flying thing who gave us £2 and said Optimum Essa. You do the translation if you will, John.
To be excellent. Well, that is good, or that's great, or that's the best.
Okay, cool. Shout out to Cam Users who gave us £2 and said for the Empire.
Yay!
Shout out to Jared Ashley who gave us $10 and said Ave Julie Jonas Vatinius. Can't quite afford the Great Donation War, but I'll settle for some bones and perhaps a ship.
There will be many ships once I get the ability to open my fleet menu again.
Caedite eos novit enim dominus qui sunt eus.
Kill or slaughter them. Novi for the master. Something for the master who who you are. Basically kill them. It basically just says kill them. Pretty
Shout
much.
out to the 44 Buskill who gave us 50 Swedish krona and said, I stand corrected. The real casualty was the donation cap. We're at the bottom. We've caught up.
We caught up.
Well, we're not caught up. The screen has caught up. Shout out to Tactical NoobTube who gave us $10 and said, RIP my earlier donation. Go John. I'm so sorry. It does take a while to catch up with all the donations. No, that doesn't help. I can't read that properly.
How about that one?
Just go to the bottom.
There you go.
Thanks.
Look, there.
Yeah, so sorry. I mean, like, literally, the screen that we're watching the donations on tells us what time the donations
we have a special
in.
donation watching screen that Claire can use so she can keep on top of it without it being
That's what we've been
confusing.
Scrolling up and down if
yes.
you were confused. But... yeah, it has the time that people donated, and there was literally like a space of 5 minutes that had 2 whole screens just for that 5 minutes.
Yeah, it did.
It was intense at some point in there.
You're gonna have to stop donating, otherwise we can't have any more war.
Anyway, shout out to Micah720X who gave us $20 and said, I can't watch the stream. Here's 20 of my best dollars for the tabby. Yes, excellent. Best use of dollars.
Excellent use of dollars.
Shout out to Luca who gave us €5 and said thanks for the hours upon hours of entertainment. John, smiley face. Shout out to Sir Roderick Quincy from Thunderbottom, the magnificent hiking of Australia, who gave us $10 Australian and said this is a donation on behalf of our regulars in the chat who have no means of donating themselves.
Oh,
thank you.
That's very lovely.
That's very sweet. Shout out to Robert Whistlewater.
Yay, Robin Weaselwater.
Who gave us $5 and said, John, use deadly penetration and rush the portal.
I want to clean up the other fleets first, just to make sure I know how well our fleet does against the Unbidden, but I think we are moving towards a portal hit pretty soon, hopefully. I haven't seen a single dimensional anchor go down, because they don't have the territory to put it in, because I don't think it's allowed to be in the same territory as the portal, because there's no point. So they need to expand before they can put a dimensional anchor down, and if I can just clean up their fleets before they expand, that keeps them pretty well contained.
Yeah, I'm sorry. People in the chat really do want you to play and get on with it. So I think because we're at least
there we go.
The final screen,
there we go.
Get on for a little bit.
Now,
sorry guys, there's just a lot of donations.
At this point, we have got. I think, I think everyone's here. I'm just going to do like a really cool fly through of like all the different fleets that have shown up. So let's just kind of do. So obviously, you know, there's us, there's ours, you know, our own kind of Roman fleet, and behind them the Kesam, who have brought 20,000 to bear of their beautiful little birdie ships, and then back here behind them, oh, very similar to our own actually. In fact, the Combine of Zukai they've brought 30,000 to bear. There's 13,000 of the sex bugs, good old sex bugs. They've got no leader, so I can't actually caress the portrait as much as I would like to. Over here, the Combine of Zukai brought another 22,000 over there. There are our friends the Rontor. There's the Infinite Pond with the ships that were presumably a gift from the Fallen Empire. Behind them, another 30,000 from the Kesem Compact. Oh, it's the Ilkhan Consortium. We've been at war with them in the past, I'm pretty sure. Now we're friends, and they've brought 27,000 to bear. 30,000 from our vassals. Behind them, 40,000 from the Rontor. Behind them, another 20,000 from the Infinite Pond. And behind them, a hell of a lot of troop carriers from somebody who didn't tell anyone that there's no planets to take.
Ooh.
There's no planets to liberate, unfortunately.
Keegan Wyatt in chat says you should try to press V with the fleet selected and it might split it in half, or it should split it in half.
I don't want it split though, because I need it to stay together, because I kind of want it to be a moving command. So we.
By the way, Thomas in chat has created a poll asking what will the new stream series be.
Well, he doesn't know. I haven't told him.
No, he doesn't know. But there's some good guesses in there.
Excellent, are there? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they're kind of general, you know, like a main, you know, I think.
Fair enough.
The answer is a little bit more specific than what's in the poll.
But yes, as it turns out, we've got ourselves a bit of a time limit here, because as soon as the Roman Ilkhan war comes to a bloody conclusion, these guys might naff off and refuse to take part anymore. So we need to move now. So it is time, I think, for the speech. The speech before we go forward together, which is centuries ago. when Rome first took its place among the stars, there were many people out there who waged war against us, who we waged war against, who waged war against each other. This has been a galaxy of strife, a galaxy of many different colours and species, many different ethoses, many different civics, many contrasting ideologies that have decided to settle things through the means of war. You see, as we just look at the galaxy, so many different people, even today, as the Pax Romana is as big as it is, even today there are so many different people in the world. And I indeed have fought many of you in the past, many of you who are here, that sin, we've waged war against them, we have waged war against the Envelope people and the Ilkahan, against the Warthogs, against the Apathi. We've eliminated the Apathi and wiped out their entire civilization. But today, no more. Today, we are united. We are one federation taking on the Unbidden. And today, I stand proudly, shoulder to shoulder, with the Envelope people, with the Apathi remnants, with the Tsin, with the Warthogs, with the Ducks, with the Apathi, with the Sex Bug people, with anyone who will gladly stand by me. We march together, one galaxy united. The children that are born today will never know anything but a galaxy at peace. But if we want those children to grow up at all, we must win this one final fight against the Unbidden. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a pleasure to serve with you, and now it is time for the one final moment of truth. We go now to relieve the Kelzakids and the Kesem Compact for glory or defeat.
Dun dun dun!
It didn't need a dun dun dun, Claire. There we go. Now, there's one fleet on its own out here. I'm moving the fleet into position. We begin the attack. While the fleet's moving forward, Claire, go right ahead.
A shout out to Urban Cohort, who gave us $10 and said, everyone wants a battleship. Name a bomber or a fighter after me, please. I want to be down in the space trenches.
I'm not sure you even can.
Yeah, because you're not president anymore.
Hang on, what the...
Shout out to Zidius, who gave us 100 Norwegian krona and said, thanks for all your great content. Keep up the good work. I became a patron as well, so hope it helps. Incidentally, I'm one of the people that stayed sane while in hospital watching your videos.
Ah, lovely. Well, not lovely, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's always good to hear that we're making a difference like that.
Mm-hmm.
And thanks to Mark Superman, who gave us $5 and said,
"Hey, Mark Superman!
In a video tonight."
Mm-hmm. I like that name. I'm liking that name. Okay.
Yeah.
They're coming. They're coming.
Is there a Lonsmoor tonight?
Yeah, of course there is. It's Sunday. Yeah. Yep. So in we come now. Time to see how well our new battle fleet does against this particular fleet that we've got. Well, they're stronger than they look.
No,
they're stronger than they look.
No. I'm saying because Jacob in chat says John definitely has the TQ speaker trait.
Mm-hmm. Aww. I mean, that's not fair.
Aww. Shout out to Common Gamer in the chat, another regular, who says I would have donated if I could have afforded it. It's really fine if you can't do it.
Yeah, seriously.
I would rather you guys eat and pay rent.
Yeah.
And all that
Mm-hmm. Now over here we've actually done what we promised, which is we've moved in and we've relieved Mandragon's stronghold, which was under siege by the Unbidden. And now it's time for our first big actual engagement with our fleet. Now, interestingly, all our allies have, I think as they warped at the same place, the game's kind of spawned them really weirdly. Like, these guys have spawned outside of the actual space that you're allowed to be in the galaxy, because they've actually spawned in this line rather than this line. But that's fine, because it means these guys will actually act as a screening force for my battleships. And my battleships are the ones who are going to win this fight in the end. So, a moment's pause while we see how well we do here. I think my battle cruisers are going into position right now. Unfortunately, who are the guys at the front? The guys at the front are the Combine of Zukai, who unfortunately are probably going to get pretty well eaten up at this point. The frame rate's probably going to start tanking itself momentarily. More reinforcements are piling in at the back. At this point, we probably can't even fit on screen all the different fleets. Oh, blimey, the fleet combat doesn't even tell me what my side is anymore, because my side's so big it doesn't even get to appear in fleet combat. But I can keep an eye on these guys, at least. So, the Zukai are coming in and starting the attack. At this point, we need to just kind of zoom in on these guys. I'm not sure my battle cruisers are in range yet. The question is when the... Oh, I think that might be the first shot starting to come in there. That might be the Giga Cannons starting to fire. As soon as the... Oh, more's warping in. Oh, Claire, everyone's here. Everyone's flipping arrived, and those guys are going to start going down. They're not currently... We're not properly in range right now. Only the Combine of Zukai are in range. My forces are coming forward. I'm pretty sure... I'm pretty sure the yellow beams coming in there are actually the Giga Cannons that are kicking in, and they're going to start destroying some stuff. One Wraith-class ship has already gone down, but honestly, the Wraith-classes are... Which ones are those? They're not so bad. The Wraith-classes, which I think at the front are the ones who have got like 50% of their entire health, is shielding. So, at this point right now, the Unbidden fleet still looks pretty bloody powerful. I'm issuing bombers. The frame rate, well, you can see what the frame rate's doing. Oh, more people are piling in from behind. The envelope people are here! The envelope people have shown up!
Yeah, Jabba J says this would definitely crash my PC, and Toe of Pie says RIP the frame rate.
Yeah, but in all fairness, like, literally the entire... Like, this is what I wanted for the end of this, which is the entire galaxy have shown up. Even the envelope people have said, like, I know we crippled them really recently in a war, but they've actually shown up with 1,000 strength. That's all they can contribute. But they're here. They've shown up with 1,000 strength. And they're here, and they're helping us destroy the flipping guys. And now I'm pretty sure our cannons are in range. Because now, look, okay, now, look at that. They're just having like a third of their health bar being destroyed. And as soon as our corvettes get into range and our torpedo boats actually start hitting them. And I think our torpedo boats are now moving into range thanks to being shielded by the Combine of Zukai. You'll start seeing their shields start to... Oh, yeah, there it goes. The shield's starting to collapse. Once the shields go down, you know that fleet's in trouble. This fleet is... It's a weird kind of wobbly thing from a different dimension. It kind of pops. When they die, they don't really kind of explode. They kind of pop. And that's entirely what's happened at this point. Their shields are gone, and their ships they're dropping 13,000 at a time. This fleet has been utterly flipping annihilated. Legio 1 has barely taken a scratch because our allies are working as a screening force. We are the hammer that is going to destroy these guys, but also our admiral just leveled up like 6 times. And
the hammer is my spaceship?
The hammer is indeed my spaceship. He's the strength of Legio 1 just went up from 380,000 to 430,000 because this guy just went up from level 1 to level 5 off a single engagement. And that means fire rate's up 25%. So because he's just got so much better from that fight, the fleet just became even more powerful. Now, oh yeah, I'm feeling good about this right flipping here. Claire, do you need to get us caught up here?
Yeah, you need to scroll back up.
I need to scroll back up, do I?
Look at that. People that... So, shout out to Matthew G, who says, quote for time and some ship names. Sorry, so ship names.
Oh, hang on, I think some... No, Corvette's died. We've got the ships back. We've got the ships back. We can actually start naming some stuff again. Yay. Okay.
Well, I mean, I think we can pick like 1 or 2 from this person's, from Matthew's donation, because there's like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of donation. There's on ne passe pas, which means ye shall not pass in French. The squid cat in pace. Rest in peace. Semper fidelis. Is that always loyal?
Yes, but it's also I think it's a US Marine thing. I think that's the US. I think that's the US Marine logo or something. Well, I'm gonna go for the French one for you, Claire. Go for the French one.
Okay, sure. Shout out to Jake Stewie, who gave us £2 and said thanks for the entertainment and happy Angloversary. Thank you very much.
For those who don't know, Claire, it's her anniversary of coming to the UK very recently.
Yeah, a couple days ago actually. It was 15th of September. And John decided to call it my Angloversary.
Angloversary, best thing.
As a word, but whatever. Shout out to Anthony, who was updating us on his run, gave us $2 and said, 8 miles, I'm running low on energy credit, it's so hot out.
Wow.
Shout out to Long Peckoff, who gave us $2 Australian and said, now you should sing the countries of the world.
I don't know the Animaniacs song off the top of my head. I think he's referring to the old Animaniacs song. I don't know that off the top of my head, but I have watched it before.
People in the chat were saying you should also sing the Elements song.
I don't know that off the top of my head either. I didn't have room for that in my head because I need to remember all the original 150 Pokemon, obviously. You understand?
Shout out to Speedy Gonzalez, who gave us £5 and said that Pokemon Wrap was worth more than £5, definitely worth a tenner. Shout out to Keegan, who gave us $2 Australian and said your speech was 2 out of 10, not enough puns. Shout out to Jonathan Freeman, who gave us 10 Canadian dollars, sorry. Canadian dollars.
Canadian dollars. Best dollars.
Thank you.
I was trying to remember whether they were the best dollars or whether that was the, or whether they were the second best dollars. I couldn't remember for a second whether it was Australian or Canada that were the best.
Sorry. And Jonathan Freeman says for glory or defeat. Shout out to Jeremy, who gave us £5 and said, wait, is John going to play Crusader Kings, everyone's favourite murder and system simulator 2 on live stream? Also great stream, hope Tabby is doing well. Tabby is doing very well, and John, just to catch you up, Crusader Kings 2 is definitely winning Thomas's poll that he did on what the new stream series was.
It will not be the new stream series. It is something I want to look at some point, but I think it's one I want to play for a few hours myself quietly first, so I know the basics.
Shout out to Xpoint, who gave us 111 euros.
Oh wow, okay.
That's an interesting number. And said for the #1 YouTuber, now let's win a war.
Excellent. We absolutely... Well, we've had a good start right here. We've had a good start right here.
Shout out to Devon, who gave us $10 and said, for Pax Romana, John beat the Unbidden, and John, I think you and your nerdness would be so much better than the current US president. We need a nerd as our leader.
I agree. This is why I quite liked Ed Miliband as leader of the Labour Party. He was a massive nerd. But sadly, nobody liked him.
Did I tell you that when I was at Worldcon, I met the person who runs the Twitter?
Yes, the Millie fandom.
I was really excited about that.
Quite right too.
The guy was like, no one ever fangirled at me about that. Anyway, shout out to Corey Weaver, who gave us 10 Canadian dollars.
Best dollars.
Thank you. And said great speech, great stream, great channel. Thanks for everything. Yeah, and also a big shout out to Fred Johnson, who gave us $5 and also tweeted at the main Twitter account some Stellaris fan art. It's a poster of the mushroom tabbies.
Oh, the mushroom tabbies.
I put in the in the chat already.
I think didn't I show you that to you already?
I think so. But,
yeah, that was the Zik the Zik Tabby donation. Sorry, adoption poster, right?
Anyway,
I showed that to you already. Yeah.
Anyway, that way more people have seen it. It seemed familiar, but I wasn't.
Yeah, I think that actually showed up at the end.
Down, please.
Scroll down, please. Yes, I can.
Oh, there's some people messaging me on Discord at the same time. I don't have enough, like.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, no, that works. That works.
That did work. Yeah. Okay.
Thanks. Shout out to Lewis, who gave us $5 and said, "Can we get another Top Gear special of Astroneer, Dan Clarkson, Miniature Hammond, and Matt at Dan?"
I thought that was probably my favourite one we did. I think that was the favourite Nerd Cubed Online thing we did. That was really good. I really enjoyed that one.
Shout out to All Young's Spirit 42, who gave us $20. There wasn't a message, but if you want to message me in the chat, I'm gonna try and make sure I see that. There's a lot of message. The chat is going very fast right now.
How many people have we got going on right now?
How many people have we got going on right now? We're at 1,500.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
And so if I miss something that you say to me in the chat, you can message me again. There's just a lot going on right now. A shout out to Ella Guy Vogel, another person that we've definitely seen before, who gave us £5 and said, "I almost missed this because I was cooking dinner for my family. So glad I tuned in." Shout out to our good friend Sir Roderick Quincy Fulton Thunderbottom, the magnificent hiking of Australia, who gave us $2 more Australian dollars and said, "Look at the game chug like a teenager at their 18th birthday." Shout out to Hair Horn Player, who gave us $5 and said, "Name a battleship after everyone's favourite dog, Caecilius' loyal companion,
Cerberus!" Dub.
Also, you were going to name a planet after a common gamer's cats, Peepers and Sheena, or we already did and we need to check on it. I can't remember.
No, we did. I've been building a huge amount of stuff on it. It's being developed right now. There's a huge amount of development happening.
That's a different one. That's Kara and Sorsha.
Right. Sorry. What was this one?
Peepers and Sheena.
We haven't settled that yet.
Yeah. Can you name that?
No, because it doesn't exist.
Okay, but can you like take over? Is there a planet that we can rename that?
No, all the planets are named.
Tom and Gamer, we would do it for like 3 episodes.
I will settle a planet after the war against the extra-dimensional invaders is done.
I mean, they're important cats, John.
Shh. I think we're busy at the minute.
Shout out to Nicholas Rea who gave us $12.50 and said, "Hi John, here's $1 for every frame in the past minute or so." That's quite good.
I want to give a shout out to these guys at the back, like the Hanma Interstellar Hierarchy, who showed up with 284 strength, and the who are you guys? The Galactic Velminax Nation, who showed up with 134. The Great Velminax Empire, who showed up with 130. Or the tribes of the Medifi Varda, I don't even know where those guys bloody are. Oh, they're a vassal into the Infinite Pond, who showed up with 143. Like, they could only spare 1 ship, but they came. They showed up with that. They came to help, damn it. Everyone showed up. All the great powers and the little guys all together have shown up. That's the important thing, damn it. That's the important thing. Yes, Claire.
A shout out to Philip Harbour who gave us 50 Danish krona even, and said science ship the debris from Unbidden engagements.
Yeah, that's a very good point actually, because I bet there's actually some decent stuff there insofar as, yeah, mass disintegrators. I will actually send a science ship right over there right now to get on with that. In fact, yes, that is sensible.
Shout out to Eric Hawkinson who gave us $10 and said thank you both for an awesome stream, and I'm thrilled this is on a Sunday so I can actually watch.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Shout out to Spartany548 who gave us £2 and said, John, try not to have a PewDie gaming slip.
Yeah.
That's pretty easy.
Yeah, it's very easy in fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
pretty darn simple.
It's not difficult if you don't use a certain language in your daily life. It won't slip out in your stream. Anyway, shout out to Elias Lipka who gave us 50 Swedish krona and said I'd be up for being a ship too. So many ships.
That's fine. There's a lot of ships that can be renamed. What was the name?
Sorry, the name, Elias Lipka.
Elias like that?
It's E-L-I-A-S.
Okay.
And then Lipka, L-I-P-K-A.
L-I-P-K-A. Yeah. The SBQI Elias Lipka. There, lovely. Marvellous. So far, all our ships currently actually alive, which is good. You about more or less caught up?
Yeah, more or less. Also, Xpoint, who gave us like €100 just earlier, wanted a ship named after them.
Okay.
They forgot to put it in their donation, but they just messaged me.
That strikes me as reasonable. What was the ship?
I'm assuming Xpoint because they didn't say.
How is the Xpoint spelled? It's in
like X and then point and then the word.
X could be spelled like EX or X. Yes.
And then the word point.
Okay. X point. The ship X point is ready to go as well. Lovely. So at this point, pretty much all of these now are just ships that have been named after various pieces. None of them have died yet because they're staying at the back sensibly, which is absolutely fine. So I think it's time for us to move on. In that case, I'm taking Legio 1 now with a more confident general over here to the system of Gillis, where basically our job will be trying to relieve the system of Darmug's frontier. So I am bringing the fleet over in this direction right now, and they have immediately, they've started bombarding this world. Hopefully, we'll be able to get to it, because if that planetary fortification reaches 0, then that's it. That planet is just dead. So at this point, we are pretty much just... We're rushing over there in the hope that we can stop them. Normally, when something hostile enters the area, they back out immediately. Unfortunately, over here as well, the Unbidden do actually have... I think they're taking out, we're not going to be able to save the and it's a deal, absolutely, yes, that's right, the flipping Patreon people. We're not going to be able to save these guys. So one of the Sin planets will be destroyed. Potentially that will give a dimensional anchor and a new foothold to those guys. We'll have to see about that. Yep, hostile fleet present. You want to give me some minerals for star charts? That's okay. Now, are they? Yes, indeed. They've pulled away from Darmug's frontier. We have saved Darmug's frontier. And now at this point, if we can just take this one fleet on alone, we should be able to win this one pretty handily. But it will be this time, unless a huge number... And there they come! Unless a huge number of allies just materialise out of nowhere, which is what they've done again. Because I'm pretty sure what they do is they disappear to a particular orientation, and then that orientation again... Oh dear. Okay, the Ilkhan Authority have indeed... That war's now over. Fortunately, I'm kind of hoping that everyone who's currently involved in this fight might choose to stick around anyway. So... Don't go home. Don't go... I think some of them decided to go home. Yeah, the Kesam Compact have decided they can't be arsed with this whole Unbidden thing anymore. And you... Okay, everyone's pulling out. Fortunately, the Kesam Compact, who have, you know, some vague respect for what's going on here because it's happening inside or very close by to their borders, they've decided they do want to stay around. Everyone else is naffing off home. Everyone else is naffing off home. Okay, any chance I can convince you to go to war against the... No, technically you're not willing to go to war against the Unbidden because the Unbidden don't exist as an actual faction. Okay, yeah, you know what, you can gladly join the bloody League. Okay, unfortunately, everyone's now decided they've got more important things to do than deal with the Unbidden. So, this one's now on us. Luckily, this fleet right here is now being absolutely torn to flipping shreds by our long-range forces. But we are going to start losing our corvettes very, very quickly. Okay, seriously quickly. And we've got no one else to wage a war against. In terms of like creating a dummy war that will get everyone following us again, because everyone else in the galaxy, like, look at the state of the galaxy. Everyone's one of ours. Hang on, wait. What if I? Oh, hang on. Hello. What about? Ah, no, they're a subject, so I can't do you. And if I release one of my vassals, there'll be a 10-year peace treaty associated with that, so I can't declare war on one of my own vassals. I'm pretty sure, because. Yeah, if I release them, that's going to cause trouble. I can't declare war on them, they're a subject. If you release someone, that's a 10-year cooldown. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So everyone decided they can't be bothered at this point. So at this point, we kind of just have to hope that we can win this entire fight by ourselves. And that's going to involve... Wait, what happened to the... What happened to the one with the sin? There was... That's what happened to... Okay, there's now a big hole in the galaxy. The Sin used to have a planet here. It's not there anymore. The Sin have just had a big bite taken out of their empire, unfortunately. So...
Sydney Sleeper in chat suggests you could release one of your own planets instead of one of your vassals.
I'm not sure that was a thing back in 1.8, was it? I think that might not quite be a thing yet. I'll have a little look-see. What would I not mind releasing that's way out of the way? If I was to release... hang on. Let's go over to my territory here. The secondary ring world that's... Oh! PhD Pepperman already had a ring world named after him. I'd forgotten about that. I could go to war against PhD Pepperman. That could work. Hang on. So, the Unflooded Bastion. I've never even released a planet before. How do you release a bloody planet? Hang on, I think I need to... excuse me. Hang on, I think I need to go over to here. The Unflooded Bastion. Planets and sectors. Unflooded Bastion, Unflooded Bastion, Unflooded Bastion. It's somewhere... There we are. Unflooded Bastion. Fine. No, I'm not even sure how you release a planet. Was that even a... I'm not sure that was even a thing. If anyone knows in the chat where the option for that is, I will investigate whether I can release a planet in order to create a dummy state I can go to war against. But I suspect any planet you release will simply be involved with... they'll just kind of immediately have... Yeah, I strongly imagine they'll just have a 10-year peace treaty with you automatically. But I don't see the option to release these guys, unfortunately. I think we're going to have to do this ourselves. Tragically. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I need to find any way to... Why does everyone have to be at bloody peace with me? Okay, I'm going to try just releasing these guys, because they're fine. I'm just going to try releasing them and see what happens. Yeah, release them. Stop being our subject. Why do you not want us as your subject? Oh, I'm sorry. Right, you're now independent. I can now... No, I can't declare war, because there's a truce from liberation. unfortunately, and I cannot actually vassalize them, I don't think, because I just released them from said status. I can offer them associate status, screw it, we'll just offer them that. They can be associate status to the Federation. Actually, no, I can immediately put them back into being a protectorate. I'm just going to offer them that again. Yeah, there you are. How do you want to be a protectorate again? And they'll probably... bunch of stuff just exploding, guys. They're back!
In chat are saying you should check the demographics tab. That there's some stuff for you to check there.
Demographics
and also
tab.
You should rush the portal. You don't need the extra ships. So.
Yeah, but if I create a vassal, then I can create a vassal, sure, but then I'd need to release them. And if I release the vassal, then it doesn't matter because then it's 10 years of peace. I think I just need to go and buy more.
Yeah.
Because all I can do is create more vassals, but vassals we've just verified. I can just, and by the way, I've really confused these guys. Because basically, I told them, I don't want you to be vassals anymore. By the way, do you want to be vassals again? they're totally fine with it. It's okay. I think we just need to go in. And you want to be... oh, yeah, you know what? You can migrate into my territory, whatever. Yeah, I think we've just proved we can win against most of these guys. I think now we just need to start going around and start mopping them up. And kind of hope someone decides they're going to stick with us. Because, there's a Void Shaper. We need to get over there because the Void Shaper is totally going to want to create a flipping, an anchor. So that's our next destination. Okay, at this point, it's Legio 1 all by themselves with an Inari on board. We're just going to go over there and we're kind of going to hope someone follows us and barely anyone's around. But I really flipping hope we can pull this off at this point. I mean, we're losing money. How's the count of the... we've still got 500 Corvettes. Okay. This is the first one we're truly going to do on our own. So as soon as we jump over here to Boldoon, which is going to be in 10 days, we'll be able to verify how well we do in a one-on-one fight. Because at that point, we're going to start losing Corvettes. So I suspect what I need to do is just keep training Corvettes. And you want to join these guys? Yeah, sure, screw it. Have them on board. Everyone gets to be a member of the Alliance. Right, we warp in over here. These guys now probably start heading in this direction. And we declare war, and the game is just straight up frozen for the time being. There we go, now we're moving. Now I'm using my own Corvettes as a screening force. Actually, they're... these guys aren't trying to take a planet. They're trying to flipping just defend one of their Void Shapers. Okay, and at some point, these guys are going to get mad. I need to just clean up these little fleets, because if I don't clean up the little fleets, sooner or later, there'll be enough of them that they can just start... actually joining together, and I need to take them out one at a time. For the moment at least, my Corvette, together with... oh, in come the Giga Cannons. The Giga Cannons firing, and the Giga Cannons just hitting those ships at the front. The ships at the front are just being torn apart very, very quickly indeed. But the big thing we need to take out is over here. Because I suspect that we can't see it quite yet. That's, yeah, right now we're just seeing the battleship. Whatever this thing is that they're trying to warp in, which I suspect is one of the dimensional anchors, that needs to go down. They've got one fleet of about 100,000 holding it up, but we're okay for the time being. And I think our fleet is back to being big enough we now can't see. Somebody's just died. It's a governor. He was 137. I think that's okay. And our fleet is... oh, we're issuing bombers like crazy. The bombers are... they finally decided to go the right direction. But mainly at this point, we're being carried by our battle cruisers. And as soon as our corvettes actually manage to close the distance... because, yeah, it's our corvettes that are being nailed. Like, the corvettes have almost been destroyed one at a time, which is unfortunate. But nothing I can do about that. I can hover over this to see how many corvettes I've got. Oh, yeah, we just lost 3 corvettes in a single blow. The corvettes are going down. But the battleships... their numbers are holding steady. And when the corvettes do actually get up close, they do good work. But the corvettes, okay, that's what we need. We just need to be pumping corvettes like crazy. So, Corvette, 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 and Corvette, 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 and Corvette, 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 and Corvette, 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 and Corvette, 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 Corvette. Okay, now corvettes will be coming in en masse. Okay, remember, we might run out of money at some point. And we've managed to kill... some stuff here. Okay, we've killed some good stuff there. Regenerative hull tissue, good stuff. Right. Pause here, get another science vessel over here. Uh-oh. Oh dear. I think our science vessel is about to run into some trouble. Actually, it might not be. I think our science vessel might have actually avoided these guys, because these guys have just come over here to take out Magdragon's stronghold again. They want that place back. Okay. I need to get another science vessel moving in this direction. I've got another one somewhere or other. Right, you come over here and just scan this. Yeah, research that project. Legio 1 is moving back over here. We're once again going to stop these guys taking over that, okay? That's absolutely fine. So moving back in this direction, and that is, oh, we're going to land kind of on top of them here, which I don't necessarily want. We're going to take more damage than I'd like, but the corvettes are now coming in. We've got plenty of corvettes now just coming in as reinforcements. We've lost about, I think we lost about 40 corvettes in that fight. In 14 days, we will jump on top of here and we'll be able to take out this next Unbidden fleet. This feels actually under control because the Unbidden have not pulled their forces together. The thing is, they would normally be a lot scarier than this. They're holding back 300,000 strength because they don't dare actually... Oh, in we come. In we come right on top of them. They don't dare actually bring 300,000 of their strength away from the portal because the portal's vulnerable because they don't have an anchor down. If I can just keep knackering these small fleets they're sending out with the Void Shapers, that means they don't have anchors. Without anchors, their main fleet can't leave. And without their main fleet leaving, that means their kind of expeditionary forces are only 100,000 each. And that means my fleet can tear them apart with minimal losses. Or with losses only of corvettes. And corvettes I can afford to repay because I've got corvettes coming in on flipping mass right now. So another fleet goes down. Marvellous. This is going to be, yeah, these guys just being torn apart by the Giga Cannons once again. And I think this is looking under control enough. Claire, why don't you get us caught up while this fight finishes off? I think we're under control now.
A shout out to Anonymous Rex who gave us $5 and said, John, have you ever thought about playing Mountain Blade Warband or Black and White 2?
It's very... Mountain Blade Warband, having been requested so damn much, is indeed very much up towards the top of the list of things I will do like a little mini-series on and then see whether I want to expand it. Like, sometimes it's very hard to tell whether a mini-series is going to work or not. Like, weirdly, Dishonored Death of the Outsider seems to be really poorly, but I don't know whether that's actually true or not, because also YouTube had a massive wibble yesterday when it was put out, so the sub-feeds refused to update. So I don't know whether that's really actually true or not. It's very hard to tell. So we'll have to see about that one. That one might be a series I cut short at some point. We'll see. Because not least because Total War Warhammer 2 is coming out very soon indeed. So with that imminent, like, I kind of need some space in the schedule for that. But Mountain Blade Warband, I think as a little kind of a thing will absolutely be coming up sooner rather than later.
Shout out to Jared who gave us $5 and said a happy Angloversary. Thank you very much. And I almost forgot the translation from the Latin I sent earlier was kill them all, for the Lord knows those who are his, for the Unbidden.
Ah, it's an old bit of medieval Crusader Latin. Yeah, fine, I see.
Yeah, so Jared wants a ship. I don't know if we're still doing
We've got
now.
plenty of ships. Yeah, I think that's fine.
Shall
Like,
I...
literally, the ships are up to... There's 5 ships called the Valiant. All right, we need more stuff. What's the new name?
Jared.
Jared, as in... J-A-R-O-D. Just a single R, okay?
Yeah.
No, it's
Shout out to
Jared.
Mad Cow who gave us $10 and said moo! Shout out to...
That gets a ship too! Not to Mad Cow. No, the ship shall be called the SPQR. Move. There we go. I like that ship. That's my favourite one now. That's my favourite ship right there.
Shout out to Koziak97 who gave us $20 and said, here's $20. Now neighbour ship, lick my teat.
No. I've decided against it. Now, we've learned something new from the Unbidden that might actually help us here. We've unlocked the Matter Disintegrator. There we are. 5th dimensional energy manipulation principles. A brand new weapon that is indeed pretty damn powerful. So we will absolutely be getting immediately into researching extra dimensional weaponry. The Matter Disintegrator. Because Matter Disintegrators are indeed powerful. And the Mentat can get straight onto researching that. Because if we do run into any trouble, then we can retrofit our fleet out with some of that. And that will be better. Because that stuff is seriously hardcore. So... while I look for my next target, Claire, you go ahead.
Svain's Ghost in the chat was asking for a ship as well, if we have loads of ships to rename. He's been a regular.
I think we do indeed have plenty of new ships below the Moo. Right now we've got 4 ships called Napoleon. What was that one?
Oh, that's a terrible name. Svain's Ghost.
Svain as in...
Svain of Milton Keynes.
Yeah, but is that... that was like this...
W-I-Y-N.
Yeah, thought so. He's been dead for a while. He was killed by an Inquisitor. Svain's Ghost, there we are.
Yeah, and also Robert Wisawati wanted you to name a ship Water Weasel.
That's perfectly acceptable. The SPQR Water Weasel, a truly noble ship there. Yeah.
Shout out to Rofrix the Rogue, what a good name, who gave us £5 and said, I'm a long time lurker, first time I've been able to make it to a stream, yay! Well, we're glad you're able to see it in real time this time around. And shout out to Tree Shaker Tucker, who gave us £5 and said, "Hi John, love your Stellaris streams. Need one that's just as successful." I don't know if you need for you or for like the next thing that we do, but I think you'll like the next thing that we do.
I think so, yes.
Shout out to Dominic Oram, who gave us £5 and said, "Thanks for a great stream. I would ask for a ship name after me, but it doesn't look like it would last long."
Hey, no, the battle cruisers are lasting very well. It's the corvettes at the front that are being taken out. I mean, at this point, you don't volunteer. Like, if you're joining the Navy, just specifically ask not to be on a corvette. Be on a battle cruiser. Definitely a safer bet. They're at the back doing the hitting power, but the corvettes, they need a screening force. And very sadly, that screening force is the corvettes, and those guys are losing significantly, which is why I'm just powering through more and more of them, and also going back over to the sector taxation, because, yeah, we just need more...
Sector taxation?
Sector taxation, Claire.
Well, look, it's not like it would be completely, like, it's not like it would be weird for me to say that. Like, you literally at some point did that, like a ban on having children for the snails. So.
That was a mistake. I misclicked on the reproductive rules. That was a complete error. Okay, that was not supposed to happen.
Anyway, a shout out to Urban Cohort, who asked if they could get a Corvette and gave us $5.
Urban Cohort wants a Corvette named after him.
If you don't mind dying, you can have a Corvette.
Yes, that is perfectly acceptable and reasonable. In fact, what I'm going to do immediately is I'm going to check.
Shout out to Paul Wilson, who gave us $5 and said the secret military genius of the Unbidden is deliberately misfire the paperwork. And shout out to Rue3D, who gave us $10 Canadian.
Best dollars. I'm just going down. I need to scroll down to a Corvette, but they're 200 down. Wait, I think that's a Corvette. I found one. Found one.
Yeah, Rue3D says, although I don't have $500 best dollars to give you, I do have this. Anyway, will you do a Mass Effect 3 playthrough in the near future? # tally best girl.
I'm afraid Mass Effect 3 is not coming up imminently, I'm afraid. There's, especially this time of year, there's so much to cover already without going back and doing Mass Effect 3.
Now, if we're doing Corvettes, Jeremy Mealing gave us £2 and said, "Can you name a Corvette my self-respect, please?"
Excellent. That's perfectly accepted. I mean, I feel like this is really bad for the morale of the crew on board, which is probably already going to be pretty bloody poor, because we're basically saying, hey, get point-blank range to fire torpedoes at the extra-dimensional invaders, but whatever, we'll give it a flipping go.
Shout out to Michael Beavens, who gave us $2 and said, "Name a ship, Evil John."
You know what? Evil John should totally be on a Corvette. The Evil John would want to be at point-blank range, I think.
Shout out to Nathaniel Wilson, who gave us $5 and said, "Name one Nate the Great as a birthday present for me."
Acceptable.
Not a Corvette though, baby.
No. Your birthday only comes once a year. It is a fleeting thing, like the ship Nate the Great. It is a fleeting thing. Tomorrow it will not be your birthday, and tomorrow Nate the Great. Actually, you know what? At the end of this war, we're going to check whether any of these guys are still alive. We're going to check.
Shout out to Thomas Richter, who gave us 5 Brazilian reals and said, "Name a Corvette after me, please, and a battle cruiser after my late dog Brutus."
I'm just gonna name it Thomas in general because I want it to be the Thomas ship. I'm gonna check whether the Thomas ship survived. But as for the battleship, Brutus, was it?
Yes.
We're literally the Brutii, so that strikes me as eminently reasonable, all things considered. Yes.
There's a lot of people asking for things to be renamed.
Okay, I think that might be enough ships renamed. I think we might have renamed enough ships at this point.
Well, there's 2 more people.
Okay.
Sindrake, who's been a regular for all this time.
Sindrake has a planet named after them.
Sindrake wants a planet named Cybele Dalfrida.
Sindrake already has 1 planet. Sindrake can't have a second planet. Sindrake can have a battle cruiser.
I think they said a ship.
Yeah.
Cybele, Sybele.
The what?
S-Y.
S-Y.
B-E-L-L-E.
Okay.
It's after the protagonist of the novel they're working on.
Acceptable.
And Led Zeppelin 27, who gave us $5 and wanted a Corvette.
A Corvette.
Okay, we're done. We're not renaming things now.
No more ships are being renamed. That's enough things renamed. Warpig. There's the things. 1 more Corvette.
Led Zeppelin does get a Corvette because he added Can I get your Corvette, you handsome hunk of a YouTuber, you?
Yeah, Flattery will get you. Led Zeppelin spelled with an A. Is it spelled like lead? Or is it spelled without? No, it's spelled without the...
Yes, it's spelled like that.
What, without?
Yes, without.
Yeah, I thought so.
Philistine.
Unless, of course, you mean literally a Zeppelin made of lead, in which case it wouldn't be.
No, he means Led Zepp.
I would assume so. Oh, get you, bitch, pretending you're cool, saying Led Zepp. Oh, yeah, and I was just, you know, hanging out with Liam and the other one at OA. Oh, sorry, you might know them as Oasis. I just call them OA. Just, you know, because I know the band so well.
I'm sorry, John, but, like, Led Zeppelin is way cooler
and
than
then
Oasis.
and then I'm just going. Then I'm going to go, you know, and go to the reunion tour for the Speegee Sorry. I mean the Spice Girls. You don't. Only we call them the Speegee. Yes.
Shout out to Eric Hawkinson who gave us $2 and said you should name a Corvette YouTube.
Okay, that's the acceptable final one. That's the acceptable final one.
Shout out to Lead Ale who gave us $25 and said, John and Claire, thank you so much for all these great streams. I started watching you just after the Kotaku YOLO Fallout New Vegas run.
Yay.
It's been great, this entire series. That's a long time ago.
It wasn't that long ago. YOLO wasn't so long ago. It was Kill Everything that was the really long ago one. So YOLO wasn't so bad.
And shout out to Fire Dragons 42 who gave us $5 Canadian and said, we need a battleship called All Hope. So we know when to give up when it is lost. No, we're not doing that. We're never giving up hope.
No, there's no loss of hope. Okay.
Oh my god, guys, we're caught up with donations. We can attack the damn man.
I think we've cleaned up all of their fleets. Ooh. And just so
before
now
before we go to war.
Yes.
Before we go to war, we should have cat pictures on the Reddit to look at to like inspire us to know what we're going.
Cat pictures.
Well, Common Gamer has been was sending me pictures of his cats that we renamed the planet for. So.
Okay. Have we ever got a picture of John the cat, by the way? I kind of want a picture of John the cat.
Yeah, but I don't think the English potato is here today.
Ah, that's a shame.
Anyway, I'm trying to find this post and I can't because I definitely want to see plenty of cat pictures, but no.
This is so much worse than a good speech. This is so much worse than a good speech. But that's fine.
Go.
Because while you're looking at this, I've got a new speech to make.
Okay, go.
Which is Romans. About maybe a month or two ago, I gave a big speech about how the galaxy was all united together against the threat and we were all together. Well, everyone else pissed off because the fake war I set up in order to actually force everyone to kind of trick them into binding together, that was actually won accidentally because the bloody Kelzackers with their stupid tentacles, yeah, the tentacle heads, we're just going to go on the tentacle heads from now on. Yeah, I said it. I said tentacle heads. They just won that war and now everyone's pissed off home and can't be bothered to deal with the extra dimension invaders. So I guess we're just going to have to win this war by ourselves because Rome doesn't need friends or allies. Rome will simply rule with an iron-cocking fist. So screw friends, screw xenophilia, screw all of that stuff I was saying in the previous speech. Now we're just going to go and win by ourselves. So let's just go and do that. Because in the end, you cannot trust the faithless Zeno. Let that be the rallying cry across our empire. You can't trust the faithless cocking Zeno. There we are. Now we're ready to go to war properly.
Well, that's great. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, you're the faithless Zeno. Sorry, I forgot for a minute you weren't, you know, British. I forget sometimes. I forget that you're not one of us. You're one of the other. I'm getting one hell of a glare right now. You're my favourite faithless Zeno. You're one of the good ones. You're one of the good ones.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I didn't mean you.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't mean you. I meant the other faithless Zenos. The other faithless Zenos. That's perfectly acceptable. Right.
Hey, shout out to Johnny Ryu who just gave us $100 because that xenophobic speech was totally worth it.
Donate for xenophobia.
Don't flipping say that! Jesus Christ!
In the sense of aliens, not in the just in the sense of. It's not my fault no one else bothered to show up for the war. This is literally a war I'm fighting to save the Kesam Compact and the Kelzackans, and they haven't bothered to show up.
Alright, shout out to Johnny who said, thank you for providing me with the daily entertainment I needed, John. Keep up with the good work. Thank you so much. And also shout out to Mr. Flapjack, another recurring name there, who gave us £2 and said you should name a Corvette Benno's less attractive brother.
Benno doesn't have a lesson. I don't think Benno's got a brother in the game.
No, I don't think so. And shout out to Edmund who gave us $10 and said, money, yay boy.
Right, it's time. It's time. We're sending the fleet in to Kuturn itself. We're going to be taking on 300,000 strength with my 400,000. And they've got, okay, they've got a 3-star Admiral. I've got a 4-star Admiral, which kind of feeds into my strength. But this could still be a little bit on the dicey side, depending on the engagement, which is why I'm very carefully approaching from this angle. Because when you approach from the, like, south, obviously it means I'm going to appear in this system. Bloody hell, everyone hates the Unbidden, but no one can be bothered to show up to deal with them. But everyone is, we're going to be coming down here. So I'm kind of hoping we can lure the fleet away from their defense stations. Because...
Well done, John.
Huh? What?
Now everybody's donating with comments about how terrible you are. Long Fed Cove just gave us $5 Australian. Says Claire, squeeze his face until you feel better. Lepka gave us 20 Swedish krona and said there's a slip up. Spartan gave us £2 and said gaming slip. That's it, gaming falling down the stairs right there. Jared Scarborough gave us $2 Australian. Says I hope your couch is comfy to sleep on, John. Rofrix the Rogue says John, here's £5. I think you owe Claire a few packets of Jaffa cakes after that.
That seems true. Actually, I've bought you After Eights. I've got you a big pack of After Eights today.
Tactical Noob 2 gave us $5 and says xenophobia. By the way, John, you know all these ships have xenos on their crew, right?
Actually, they probably do. That's actually true. You know what? You know, hang on.
They're going #PaxIt in the chat as well.
Hang on,
bloody well done, mate.
We've got to make a quick third speech here. So, Space Romans, it's been brought to my attention that, like, though technically, no one actually else bothered showing up, the Admiral of this fleet is actually an Inari. And some of you may recall our very first war that we actually came very close to losing. In fact, I think we did lose the first round of that war against the Inari, back when they were the Inari Slayers. They were monstrous, terrifying bird demons to the south, who we thought were absolutely slaughterous. They pushed our Federation to the flipping limit. Alright, they caused real trouble for us. And now, the Inari are comfortably and happily integrated into our empire, and one of them, right now, is, in fact, the flipping, the Admiral that is going to lead our fleet to victory today. Meanwhile, in our science labs, we have got a robot. Robots being people too, and deserving of all the same rights, are actually working on our engineering core right now. We have got one of the Boss Pack Tukes. Now, you may remember the Boss Pack Tukes. They were a fallen empire we went to war against. They are now our friends. They're now working for us. And indeed, the Beldros, the Mentat himself, from one of the actual enclaves, is working for us too. None of them are Romans, and yet they work alongside us. Ex pluribus unum, as the US says, but doesn't often seem to actually mean. But we actually mean it. We actually mean it. Out of many, we have made one. Space Rome may stand alone here today. The other empires may not have shown up, but Space Rome is itself a huge, massive, multicultural society featuring every type of robot, person, plant, fungoid, mollusk, birds, mammals. Birds, mammals.
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Absolutely sure.
Yes, because they don't give natural birth to, because they're over parents. They have eggs. Also reptiles too.
Aye. Probably. In short, if we look at mushrooms, let us never forget the mushrooms. Never forget the contribution of Vlad the Unmailer, the man who led our forces across countless worlds. Let us never forget the tabbies, the xeno mushroom tabbies, the bastard science offspring of xenomorphs and cat and mushroom that won us so many flipping wars. Let us never forget any of these people, or indeed the Ilkahan, who is currently in a science vessel. We are a truly multicultural empire, and though the other empires have not shown up for this fight, regardless, we are xenophiles, and that has made us strong. And together, we are stronger.
The whole chat is like, John, obviously birds are mammals. What?
Well, they're warm-blooded like animal things. I couldn't remember the technical definition.
The technical definition of a mammal is that they give birth to live young and they like feed them with mammaries.
Sure, there's like more to it than that. Right, in we go. In we flipping go at this point. I've picked this angle to approach from so I can take out one of their stations and hopefully be out of range of the other station. Now, the only way this is dangerous is if another fleet jumps on top of us. Like
No, you're wrong. Mammals are any vertebrates, distinguished from reptiles by the possession of a neocortex, hair, 3 middle ear bones, and mammary glands. Females of all mammal species nurse their young with milk. Yeah, no, you're wrong. I'm correct about this.
Uh-huh. Now, as I was saying about the final push to secure galactic security for all time, before Claire started talking about bird tits or something, I don't know.
Okay, the point is that birds don't have tits.
Yes, they do. There's blue tits. Ha ha!
No. There are so many.
You walked right into that one. You walked right into that. I left that wide open for you, and you walked right into it.
The point is that there are many, many people in the chat right now who would like me to tell you that birds are avians. Alright? Birds are not mammals, birds are avians, and that's different.
And it doesn't really make much difference to speech because an avian...
and also, yes, Sydney Sleeper, you are correct, platypuses are mammals.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
excellent.
They have eggs.
Yep, so that means, yeah, the mighty ducks are technically mammals because they were platypi, not actual ducks. Right, but here we go. This is it. We're now moving in against the first station, which we'll take out, and then it's the fleet. Now, this could go wrong, because it's been a while since the portal spawned a new Unbidden fleet. If the portal spawns another 110,000, like as we're doing this fight, we're suddenly outnumbered. Then we're in trouble, and we'd have to consider backing off, but hopefully we'll be in a position where we can... I have no way of backing out... because I don't have the emergency jump button because my fleet is too big to be allowed any options. I physically can't retreat from this.
It's okay, you just need to rush it. That's what the chat's been telling us for like literally an hour.
Well, that's what we're doing right now, but if another fleet shows up, then we could be in trouble. That fleet is now repositioning. Okay, that one... Okay, that station is down at this point. Our corvettes are moving in. We're now inside the effective range. And we need to take out this station. I'm not sure what this station even does, but as soon as it goes down, this effective range will go down. Then it will be... Hopefully we'll be able to have this fight without going inside the effective range of that station. Okay, that one's down. Now our battleships will be able to stay at the back outside of the effective range. Has anyone else bothered showing up? No, no one else has bothered showing up for this. No one else is showing up. But their fleet's kind of positioned quite well, to be perfectly honest. Hang on, go over to... Close this. This is the new fight over here. There we go. Now we can see... Okay, zoom down a bit to this stuff. There we are. There's the fleet. So now at this point, their fleet's kind of positioned quite nicely because their fleet's at an angle, meaning our kind of big curve is now taking out and nailing these guys in the flank. They're kind of coming at us in a line. This is very, very much exactly where I wanted to be positioned, which is great. They're starting to take damage. We're still holding on at 400, yeah, 423,000, and we've got reinforcements coming in. Corvettes are piling in from all sides. The Giga Cannons are firing. We are utterly tearing these guys apart. Oh, we've lost a few Corvettes, so now we have the ability to retreat. Okay, if this goes completely tits up, we can actually retreat. Actually, they're going down pretty fast. 245 at this point. They are just losing wraiths everywhere. Their wraiths are going down incredibly fast. The Giga Cannons are tearing them apart, but the corvettes are now coming in. Where are the bombers? The bombers are coming in too. Look at the bomber, Claire. It's a flip. Look at all those bombers. That's just a flipping...
Oh, wow.
That is just a sea of bombers. The bombers so far haven't been very good at locating where they're supposed to be going at this point. But at this point, they're actually doing a pretty damn good job. The portal, I think, so far has not actually been attacked. The portal also has 150 armor. It's the only thing in this entire fleet that actually has some armor. But now the bombers are coming in, and when the bombers actually get close by, the bombers can completely bypass these guys' shields. They're going to start collapsing very quickly. They're falling back down to 172. We still technically, we've just lost. We're starting to lose some ships here because my fleet's a close range, and I think they're taking some damage off the actual ships there, the actual defense stations. But now my bombers have managed to make it over here. You can see the bombers starting to circle around these ships, dropping their payload, completely bypassing those shields. 200% down. Now, at this point, they are starting to collapse very, very quickly indeed. We still have 387,000. The battle cruisers at the rear, those giga cannons tearing it apart. This is looking very, very good indeed. 150,000. At this point, even if another fleet does show up, I think we've still got this. Our corvettes are swarming them. They're doing the sensible thing, which is they're backing off. They're desperately trying to get to our battle cruisers. They're sending some stuff over to our battle cruisers. But at this point, they cannot get close enough. Our corvettes are falling back to the fleet over here. Good stuff all around. Our construction shoots are completed. That means corvettes are coming. The corvettes are just piling in from this angle. I think at this point the portal is under attack. The portal is now directly under assault by our fleet, but it has got a hell of a lot of hull points. It's got over 200,000 hull points, but I think the fleet has been destroyed. I think that's pretty much all they've actually got left at this point. The Unbidden have got no more actual fleets on the flipping field. Now it's just straight up. Oh, the bombers are just converging on. Claire, look at them. It's just a maelstrom of bombers. It's just a whirlwind of bombers. We have got literally probably over 1,000 bombers on the field right now. The portal is just absolutely surrounded, being bombed into the cocking ground, and this is it. This is it. There's nothing more. The Unbidden have been defeated.
Woo!
Oh my. The entire galaxy joins together. Then it decided it couldn't be bothered to join together. But by then, in all fairness, the galaxy did help me take out the first few fleets. The dimensional portal has been destroyed, and this means the extra dimension invaders can no longer receive reinforcements from their twisted realm. With the destruction of this portal, the end of these invasions is finally in sight. A profound sense of elation has settled over most of the galaxy. The Pax Romana has won much admiration since it was their ships that struck the final blow against the portal. The crews of these vessels will be celebrated as heroes for generations to come. The galaxy is a safer place, and immediately my reputation with everyone in the galaxy goes up significantly for like a few years. So if you've got any trade deals or whatever you need doing, then now's the time to do it. Now is very much the time to do it. The galaxy is a safer place. And indeed, the portal collapses, all my bombers go home, the invasion in fact has been completed, and, hilariously, oh that's fun, we had no opportunity to study their dimension. No, I'm pretty happy we just closed the door on it. The last extra dimension invaders have been wiped out, hopefully ridding the galaxy of this threat for good, and sentients everywhere are celebrating the news of this great victory, safe at last in the knowledge that they won't be harvested as food by these strange NG creatures after all. Perhaps this is the beginning of a new era of galactic cooperation and friendship. It absolutely flipping is. Because, yeah, everyone is still in the Federation. Now, I think literally everyone's in the Federation, or a vast of someone in the Federation. So, unfortunately, we had no opportunity to study them, but I gained 60,000 Unity as a one-off, which will almost certainly be immediately a nice thing we can have here. Yes, would you believe I can actually have a new flipping tradition, and I know exactly which one I want. I want fleet levies, because that's 20% of my vassal's naval capacity gets passed to me, which I need, so I'm having that straight away, which is great, and I'm only 75 months for another flipping one, and that actually puts me very close to my fleet cap, and I'm back into profit on both energy and minerals. So, actually, we're in very, very good shape right now. Claire, you just made an noise.
Yeah, Ollie just gave us 100 euros.
Thank you very, very much, Ollie.
It's already, been donating throughout the stream and, previous ones, so that's extremely generous.
Extremely
Thank you very much.
so.
He said, victory now, who survived?
Now, we've got to check. I was literally about to just go down to the Corsairs, because the battle cruisers are all fine, because I'm pretty sure, actually, if we just hover over here... hang on, yeah, literally, I think 4 battleships went down. Everyone else was okay. So I think our battleships are all safe. But we need to check the corvettes at this point, because the corvettes is where it might have gone a bit on the wrong side. That's where the damage was done. Over to the corvettes, destroyers, and not a single named corvette survived.
Oh no!
I think they've all died because the ones at the top, which is normally where the ones you've named stay. We'll just circle down in case the ones at the top are in fact any of the ones that were, by sheer coincidence, like the ones at the top were the ones that were like the reinforcements. But I'm seeing a lot of numbers, which is not a good sign. I'm not seeing much in that. No. I think not a single named. If you had a named corvette, it has just died. But the Dragon Age Origins has survived. And that's appropriate, because starting in 2 weeks, we will be playing Dragon Age Origin as a lie. No, I'm not. That's a lie.
Yeah, like, that's just mean, John. Like, honestly, that's just mean.
We're not playing Dragon Age Origins live. No, sorry.
You're gonna tell them?
Huh? No, I'm not. Not just yet. Not just yet. Because we've got some stuff to do. We've got some stuff to do first. The Tabbies made it. I think everyone, it looks like all of the named ones have made it, as far as I can tell. Particularly my favourite, the SBQR. Moo! Hey, Claire.
Yeah?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
The interrupting cow.
Interrupting
Moo!
cow. Yeah,
it's my favourite joke. It's my favourite joke of all time. It's just my favourite bloody joke. Oh, that's good. That was just flipping good. Okay, right. We've won. And that means at this point, literally, there's actually, I think there's only one thing that's, there's two things left in the galaxy that aren't actually my vassals or Federation, and they are both vassals of one of the Federation members, because the other member, the guy who we went to the Fate War against, has now been liberated, and then immediately after joined the Federation. So the Federation is literally everyone. The Federation is, at this point, literally everyone. I think these guys should get to go home and be, like, you know, repaired. So we're going to be... I don't want to go to one of their fleets. I want to go back to my home, please. Thank you very much. Just head back to Vesta. Go back to Vesta, please. And just kind of join up with those guys over there. There we are. Upgrade fleet's latest designs at Vesta. Marvellous. So my fleet is now going home to Rome. And we need to mark one important thing here. Which is, hang on, over in the, which was the system? It was the Kun, where are we? There we are. The Kuntun system, which was the starting system. This was the first victim. I think we did say we were going to do this. The Lajkut. We said we were going to settle a new world. There was going to be, what was this? The Lajkut sacrifice? The sacrifice of Lajkut?
Yes.
Lajkut
sacrifice.
The Lajkut sacrifice, and I think I've got a really nice world, actually. In fact, actually, how's my terraforming going? About my oh bloody, I've got so many fleets right now. I think I've got like 100 fleets because of all the individual reinforcements that are coming in. No, these worlds are not being done terraformed yet. We're just terraforming Rome into a Gaia world for literally no reason other than we just felt like it. I swear, there was a good. There it was.
You giant bloody troll.
What?
Toe of Pie, who's a regular and lovely, said, I got so excited at John's announcement, now I need to go sit in a corner and be depressed because it was just a troll. You're just mean, right?
I am mean. I am mean, but I think they'll be interested when they hear what it actually is. You know what? Let's just go down to the Emerald Mausoleum, which is, I think it was Emerald Mausoleum right here, where there are some nice pre-sentient fungoids who we can go and make friends with. That's absolutely 100% fine. We'll just go and make friends with those guys, no problem at all. So we just need a nearby world to that. Salt Mines is, I believe, right flipping there. So, salt mines, because I can use your spaceport to train a new colony ship. So we'll get that in production, and it can be, let's make it bug people. I like bug people. There we are. And we've got some nice, oh, lovely multicultural planet here. We've got all the bug people, loads of snails, and a couple.
Yeah, I know, Thomas. I wish we could ban John for being a troll too, but we can't. Shout out to Kurt Lega, who gave us 100 Norwegian kroner and said you should punish the weak Federation that run away from the Empire. Shout out to Tactical Noob Tube, who gave us $2 and said, I did it, guys, I caused a speech. This was obviously your latest speech. We've also
The
got,
third and final speech, yeah.
Yeah, we've also got 10 euros from Oli Oli, who said, in varietate concordia. I'm not sure what that means.
In kind of like the way we've been talking about, like, in multiculturalism harmony, if you like.
Fair enough. And yeah, so thank you very much, Oli Oli. It's been very generous today.
I think we need like a moments of peace in honour of the corvettes, because like over half the corvette corps gave their life for this victory, but the battleships, only 3 were lost. Purely because they were at the back doing the damage. But the corvette cost, like 3/5 of them were wiped out to the last man. And oh, now you've shown up! Oh, now you've shown up, have you? Oh, look, it's the Federation fleet! Decided to pretend it was planning to show up all along. Oh, how bloody interesting. You dicks. Right, so they've decided to come and reclaim one of their worlds. Screw you.
I know something that'll cheer you up. We've got new fan art by Conscript David.
Ooh, he claimed this was going to be his greatest project.
Da, da, da.
And we've got, everyone standing together against the Unbidden. Very nice.
It's in honour of Mass Effect 3, I think.
Excellent. Yes, it looks for Mass Effect 3-ish. Yes, like with
so
Harbinger
I'm
above.
that in the chat.
Spam the chat, and that will be at the end of the video too.
Gamer sent us a picture of his cats that we named a planet after. Look, you're so cute.
Oh, is that Kara and Sersha?
No, because those are dogs and they're different persons.
But we haven't named We haven't named the planet. Hasn't been named yet.
No, it has been named last time. He just wanted to show me a picture.
Okay.
Yeah. We have so many planets. It's difficult to keep everything.
We have a lot of planets. Yes.
Shout out to Mad Cow also, who gave us $5 and said they may take our lives, but they will never have our milk.
That's true.
Good cow,
they probably won't.
Shout out to Rue3D, who gave us 10 Canadian dollars, and that went in twice. I'm afraid that maybe that was a mistake there, because both messages were the Water and All Wars speech time, and that was obviously when you'd already just started doing the speech. Oh my goodness, and I just now realized we also had a donation from the Themen 740, who gave us $200. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much indeed. It's incredibly flattering to have this much here, have so much coming in for the end of the series. That's remarkable. And the Themen 740 says, for an amazing live stream series, thank you, John. I think it's been a really good series. I think it's been such a good series. Oh yeah, it's such a good game. It's I think if there's one thing I don't like talking about like stuff. I think I'm really good at this. I think if there's one thing I'm good at, it's like taking a game like this that's really open and building a narrative for it. And I love building narratives, whether it be the Mighty Ducks now or Space Rome. I love building these stories and telling stories through the game, because many like before I was a YouTuber, I used to do a lot of writing. I used to like writing stories, and Claire, you still do. Yeah. So like, and you still do like some of that sort of thing. But like, I do the same sort of thing here. So I love games like this that let you tell a story, that are like the big 4X strategy games. I think like like I did in Civ 6 and in Rome Total War and Medieval 2 and in this is where I think I'm best. I think this is where I do my best work. Which is lovely. So the matter disintegrators are ready, by the way. So yeah, the Gauss Cannon 5, like the top level of the cannon that's like the projectile cannon, is damage 3.58 per time and plus 33% shield damage. Whereas the matter disintegrator is 3.24, so a tiny bit less, but also ignores 50% of armor and has 50% shield penetration. Not just bonus damage versus shield, but actually like the Gauss Cannons where it's shield damage, 50% shield penetration, so you can basically just start getting straight through those shields immediately. The Matter Disintegrator is hilariously good fun. It's just a generally good all-round weapon, and like 14.8 on large versus 14.35. So actually in its large variant, it's even more powerful just in straight DPS than the Gauss Cannon is. But and it's also got it's just better
in every way. Because, like, yeah, 30% of armor, 33% shield damage, 50% of armor, and 50% shield penetration. It's just, matter disintegrator is magnificent. It's just a really, really damn good thing. So, absolutely, if we wanted to rebuild the fleet, we could totally, like, move the entire fleet over to matter disintegrators now. And, like, that's what you want to do. Like, if you are having more difficulty, like, we had a bit of an easy run-in with the Unbidden relatively, because, like, by sheer coincidence, the entire galaxy came on board with us just before the Unbidden showed up. Like, if you are in a difficult situation where you haven't taken over the whole galaxy yet, then potentially, like, skirmishing against the Unbidden, winning one battle with your fleet, sending your science vessels in, and then scanning in order to get out of matter disintegrators can be very, very useful, because 50% shield penetration is pretty bloody useful against other Unbidden fleets. So it's a useful thing to have. But also neutron torpedoes for the shield, like 200% shield damage. That's pretty damn nice as well. So that can all head in its way. We've got ourselves a new colony ship coming in. And we will lay the final world, which will be in honour of those who lost their lives to that. Extra-dimensional weaponry done straight away. Marvellous. In fact, yeah, we finished it really quickly because we scanned all of the wreckage, which is really cool. We're full of energy. It's fine. We've got unemployed populations. We're trying to build buildings for you. That's Ankara and Sersha. We're desperately trying to build stuff for them as fast as possible. You can only build one thing at a time, so it's taking a flipping while.
Shout out to Big Man Merzo in the chat who says, remember when we were scared of those snails, how foolish we were.
I remember when we were scared of the flipping Inari. The Inari down here were terrifying. Because we genuinely lost our first scrap against them. Like, I thought we were in trouble for that. Like, the snails, like, they were terrifying. We just, as long as we stayed away from them and stayed away from the Holy Worlds, they weren't going to cause trouble with us for the most part, just for game balance. But the Inari were scary, and now the Inari have led our fleets to victory, which is marvellous. Just absolutely flipping marvellous. It's been a... I just love playing Xenophile in this game, because Xenophile is, I think, really powerful. Like, egalitarian Xenophile, happy, diverse populations are great, because they don't need to bother dealing with things like terraforming, because you can just send whatever population is most appropriate to a new area. And in fact, I think actually, right now, even now, yep, Kultum has actually fallen back into the hands of the state of the Kalzaka, and everyone has shown up with their science vessels, I think, to actually go and scan the debris. Everyone's just scanning the debris here, so everyone is going to learn the secrets of these guys. Everyone's just going around, doing some scanning, lovely. I'm not sure this is... Yeah, this is at this point. We've already learnt everything we need to, so now they're just learning a bit of damage. I think also everyone's a bit embarrassed. Everyone's showing up like, oh yeah, we were totally going to plan to come and help you with the portal. It's just we were late. We were just slightly late. Oh dear. And Legio 1 has been fully upgraded. Lovely. And also fully repaired. Legio 1 back up to... Oh no, it's still being repaired at the minute. It's actually being repaired right now.
Shout out to Hayden Smith who gave us $2 Australian and said definitely was missing uni for. We do not condone this.
We do not condone this.
I'm flattered, but do not condone
I'm very much in favour of staying in school and you're doing your degree and whatever. There we are.
Shout out to Anthony who gave us another $2 and said now he's done 14 miles, he's all done, but must now feed like a hive mind. Well, that seems fair enough.
Wasn't it 13? Did you just do an extra mile on the end for fun?
Clearly, yeah.
Excellent.
Anyway, shout out to Yannick Bindert who gave us $5 and said I just showed up to John yelling screw you at aliens. War never changes.
Fairer flipping enough. I can't say fairer than that.
Shout out to a street lamp who gave us $5 and said Ave true to John. And also to Andrew Pierce who gave us $3.50 and said, John, are you considering playing Europa Universalis 4 or Hearts of Iron? Hearts of Iron 4.
I would definitely play Crusader Kings 2 ahead of Europa Universalis, because as I understand it, pretty much... Wait, what? The Kesam Compact wishes to kick out the Zukakon into... No, we're not kicking anyone out, okay? Everybody is staying inside the Federation, alright? We're all staying friends, right? Yeah? Everyone... Okay, I think that needs to be a unanimous decision for kicking someone out. Why do you want to kick out them? Stop being dicks, alright? Seriously. Admittedly, I feel like the poor Kesam Compact. The Kesam Compact have just like randomly settled everywhere.
Yeah.
And their core empire was here, and it just got complete. Like they were the one people that got shattered. They were the one people that got totally shattered by these guys. They lost. I think we lost only 2 worlds in the entire thing. But I think you can see that in the sit log. Hang on, let's go over to the sit log if I can. Or does it go? I think it actually might go away. During a crisis, you can actually see in the sit log like how much they've done versus how much you've done. But at this point, it would appear that, yeah, I think it disappears out of the way. And Federation... Oh, no! Now the Kesam Compact are voting to kick that... Stop voting to kick everyone! No! We're not cocking anybody! Stop it! Stop it. Okay, we're going to have to kick out the Kesam if they don't... Okay, and now the Kesam Compact have decided they don't want us migrating... Okay.
They don't make the rules. We, like, saved the Empire a billion times.
They are actually allowed to just stop us moving in, but basically the Kesam have just... The Kesam have just decided that everyone stops getting to come into their territory. So our future of glorious peace and everyone being friends might have been a little bit premature. As it turns out, someone's always going to be a dick in some capacity.
Yeah, and also the chat thinks it's probably going to be you. Thomas sent in this lovely little thing. So, and as John saw the breadth of his domain, he wept, for there were no more galaxies to conquer. Mm-hmm. Which I think kind of sums you up very nicely.
Oh.
Also, shout out to Devin.
If only there was some form of like synthetic dawn that I might have already seen in some capacity. Couldn't possibly discuss that.
Until tomorrow. Shout out
Till tomorrow.
Shout out to Devin, who gave us $5 and said, John, you beat the Unbidden the first time by yourself, and then second time they show up, you beat them again by yourself. The whole galaxy owes you.
That's true. I mean, last time, like, actually, I wonder if I'm still... Hang on, just curious. I'm actually I'm gonna see if I can actually dig out the old Mighty Ducks file. I'm wondering if it'll even be compatible with this one.
Whilst you do that, Bobtron in the chat is asking, after Medieval 2 Total War is done, are you going to make the Space Danes in Stellaris just like you did with the Space Romans?
I wasn't actually planning to, but we'll see. We'll see if there's a good series for me to actually do that. Let's see if this is actually compatible, because sometimes... Oh, blimey! Oh, it's gone nuts. It's gone nuts because a whole bunch of stuff, like, stuff like Unity's now suddenly been, and Unrest. Because basically I've loaded this file, and now everything's changed.
And that's quite old, right? That's
yeah, this is an old file, so a load of stuff I've loaded from Utopia has now started appearing. Oh dear. This was the state of the Mighty Ducks game by the end here. Hang on here. Let's just go over to this. It was not such a successful game for me, in many ways, which was, we did blow up the portal, but there was still a lot of Unbidden in the galaxy. We just stopped them in the nick of time, but there was still a lot of Unbidden in the galaxy. We had enemies who hated us. Like, we had a really tiny empire. We won. We managed to take out the portal, because back then the portal was easy to take out because they didn't just squat on it, and there was none of the anchor business. So we basically just had this area over here. That was literally all we had. We had some, like, vague friends around here, but, like, that was all the Infinite Pond had at the end of their journey. And they're like, I think these are just friends rather than allies. They just like us a bit. I don't think we've had any formal relationship with these guys. Hang on. Check if we've got anything with you. Weirdly, these guys are marked as our rivals, in fact. So that's intriguing. Yeah, we didn't really have anything in the way of friends. It was literally just us versus the world when it was the Infinite Pond. And there's a flipping lot. And our fleet is... The fleet we've got left is 22,000. That's all we had. We had 22,000. We did, yeah. That was a really scruffy run. That was a really damn scruffy run. That was all we flipping had right there. That was how we managed. We just got really lucky against them. I think we lost most of it in that final fight. But let's not pay any attention to that. Let's just load up the Pax Romana there, back to where we should be. Damn it. Back to a much more united galaxy. I've got a lot better at Stellaris, in case you hadn't guessed, from how that from how that looked versus how this galaxy looks.
That does look very fancy.
Which is a lot more fancy. Yes, that's a lot more fancy indeed. Yes.
JC in chat wants to know, Stellaris kill everything?
I've never enjoyed doing like things like hive minds or consuming swarms or anything like that in Stellaris. I like playing Stellaris. Like the next time I play will probably be it'll be in Synthetic Dawn with the Rogue Servitors, because I like those guys. But if I was to play separately from that, because those guys are hive minds, I would probably play I'd probably play egalitarian and spiritualist. Because basically egalitarians are swimming, just flipping swimming in influence, and spiritualists are swimming in unity. So, and those are the two hardest currencies to grind for. Like, anyone with a sufficiently big empire can get enough minerals and energy from somewhere. But, like, if you've got a giant pile of influence and unity, you can get ahead on the tech front. So I think that's, like, the way to go, potentially, which is what I'm kind of thinking of. So, also, I do need to remember to actually keep time ticking along, because I've got a... Hang on, do we have the... There's the colony ship. The colony ship is indeed ready to go. We're going to go over here. Right over here. Yeah, colony ship. Head over in this direction to what is currently the Emerald Mausoleum. Screw that.
Aww.
We're going to pop this right down. Right on flipping top of one of these. Oh, no, you can't because they're technically protected. Boo. I want to be close by to that thing, damn it. I will go over here. This is a really wasteful spot, but I'll just take it for the double energy, quite frankly. Now, hang on. It was Lajcat. Was it Lajcat? Lajcat? Lajcat Sacrifice?
Yeah, let me just check the spelling. I have it on my thingy.
I think it was Lajcat there.
Yeah, it was L-A-G-K-U.
You mean L-A-J? You went French there for a second. K-A-T.
Sorry.
Because France, by the way, in case you don't know, has its G and its J backwards. Literally the letters are the wrong way round.
Well, I mean, that's your point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah, so shout out to Okara's Chimera who gave us £2 and said a YOLO run would kill everything of Fallout 4, please.
I don't think so. I'm not convinced that's necessarily the right thing to do right there. Oh, I like the fact the Ilkhan Consortium just lives by itself in this little area that once upon a time we tried to block them off to stop them expanding, and now they're just, you know, we could just happily have them there. It's 100% fine.
Shout out to Keegan Wyatt who gave us $2 Australian and said hashtag Claire appreciation. And there's a few people also in chat saying Claire does good in Claire appreciation, and I appreciate that very much. Thank you.
Aww.
And also shout out to Led Zeppelin 27 who gave us $5 and said any plans for a Total War challenge run, maybe Total Pacifist?
Well, maybe not quite that, but I wouldn't bet against... Oh, bloody hell, there's... Wait, hey, wait.
PhD Pepperman, stop it!
What just happened?
PhD Pepperman messaged me in chat to say I hit the donation cap for the day. I wanted to send more for champagne all round. You don't need to send more. My goodness.
Our glorious peaceful federation's already collapsing. Someone managed to kick out the Han Mer Confederacy before I could stop them. I think possibly... Okay, do you guys want to, like, you know, be friends with me? Okay, be associates. You can be associates even if you're not... If no one wants you to be actual members. There we go. There we are. They'll accept that. They can be members. There we are. Now they're associate members. We still can't go to war with them. Now, everyone stop trying to kick out everyone else. Oh, dear.
Oh, by the way, there's some other fan art from the same person that made the kind of like recruitment posters against the Unbidden. The Velites 3000. Ah,
the Velites, little skirmishes from Rome to the War.
Yeah,
right,
of
these
course.
guys apparently don't want to be friends anymore, so, okay. You know what? There's some nice independent lads up north. They just want independence, but they're friendly to us. They're pathetically weak. They're not going to be able to do anything. It's A-okay. They've got trade deals and migration treaties, and they've closed borders to a few people. Okay, so our glorious era of peace might have a few teething issues, but it's basically still fine. Still basically okay. Why is it that the glorious era of peace is always slightly more complicated than it looks like it's going to be, Claire? Why is the glorious era of peace never just, like, sorted? Damn it.
Human nature.
And also, in this case, mushroom nature.
Mushroom nature.
They were mushrooms, I think. Yeah. There we go. Luckily, those guys are still willing to basically, you know, trade and migrate and everything with everyone. So it's absolutely A-okay. That's fine. And there we are. There is the planet of Lajcat Sacrifice, and our friends are coming down onto the world. They'll make friends with these here pre-sentient fungoids. I'm sure the pre-sentient fungoids will not represent any problem whatsoever.
So we've got people in chat saying you should vassalize everything.
I don't think you can vassalize something if it's part of a federation. You need to get them out of the federation first. I'm keeping an eye on this in case anyone tries to kick anyone else out. So let's just take these guys, for example. I don't think you can... no, you can't vassalize because if someone's in Federation, they get a permanent debuff to accepting with vassalization of -1,000. So I'd need to basically try and get them to constantly No, stop trying to kick everyone out. Stop it. Why is the Kesem Compact trying to kick out those guys? They did nothing wrong aside from not showing up for the war, which you didn't do either. And we've got also that, okay, so those guys no longer want to migrate into... Okay, so, again, there's going to be teething troubles in the galaxy, but if anyone gets, like, too much into a teething trouble, then I will just go and murder them. Just FYI. So, bloody Kesem Compact, stupid bastards. Stupid, hang on, who are they? Stupid egg-laying bastards.
Oh, John.
Yes.
Stop it.
I should kick them from the Federation. Just get them out.
Because...
They keep trying to kick everyone else out of the Federation. I feel like it's making the place, you know, a little bit on the unfriendly side. But no, just hold out here. Hold out here. It's fine. They'll settle down. Yes.
We've got a donation and a question from Robert Coyle, who gave us £5 and said, have you ever considered doing a run through any of the conversion Total War mods like Third Age Total War or Europa Barbarorum?
There is so much I want to do in Total War already that I don't want to kind of start doing all sorts of like things like that. I think
there's plenty of Total War games like without mods that we haven't done yet.
Exactly. There's a great big number of them, and Total War Warhammer 2 is about to come out and all of that stuff. I think we've got plenty of stuff we can crack on with already without having to worry about the rest of that.
Ooh, and also PD Shoot in the chat, another regular, asked if it's possible at all to play as a Fallen Empire or to make a custom Fallen Empire, because John's Empire could become one of them.
I think you need to mod it. I mean, I've heard people mention in the past that sometimes they've seen like things that are suspiciously similar to the Galactic Empire voted to. Who did that vote? Who did that vote?
Voted to do what?
The Kesem Compact just kicked out someone. Okay, I'm voting to kick out the Kesem Compact. Voting to kick out the Kesem Compact because they're causing trouble. I'm just going to kick out the bloody Kesem Compact. I'm going to start a vote. Would you exclude us from the Galactic Empire? Yes, I'm going to start a vote to see if we can kick those guys out.
Yeah, the chat is very much in favour of that.
Right, how's this vote going to go? And vote yes. I think everyone else is not willing to vote for that, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
No, it failed. It failed, unfortunately. Bloody hell. Everyone, they're causing so... Sometimes there's just problems, aren't there? There's just problems. The Rontor of just basically eating those guys as protectorate, so that's absolutely fair, okay? The Kesem Compact just tried to kick out the... I'm increasingly suspicious the Kesem were actually dicks all along, and we should actually have let them get eaten by the Unbidden before we went to go and actually, like, you know, help them. No! You're not kicking out the cocking tin! Bloody hell, you stupid bastards. Well, you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I think this is pretty much the end of Stellaris for now. Now, I haven't decided for certain, but if you were to happen to see some more Stellaris just at random during this next week on the channel, don't be too surprised, because Synthetic Dawn's coming soon. So, in theory, just theoretically, if someone were to have got hold of that a little bit early, there might be a point I might be able to show some of that to you. Maybe keep your eye out for that. Might well be able to show you a little bit of something a little bit early there. We'll have to see. All in theory, obviously. But we're not doing another run of Stellaris in 2 weeks either. Stop it, you stupid bastards!
Oh, so people in the chat are saying that if you insult them, they'll leave themselves, the Federation.
Ooh, okay. Yes.
Can we insult those bastards?
Yeah, I'm kind of to see what horrendous racist bird insult we actually throw out against them.
Oh, great.
Insult them. There we are. Your pitiful nation is living on borrowed time. The Kesem Compact will fail. It is inevitable. Not that racist. Some of them are kind of really, like, you know, racist based on the species. So we'll confirm that. There we are. How dare you? You'll pay for this affront. Screw you. Can we insult them again? No, we can't insult them again for another... We can insult them next month. We can keep insulting them once a month. That's absolutely fine. Oh, dear. Right, that's absolutely fine. Go away, you stupid gits. Hopefully they decide to leave at some point rather than continually voting to vote out their own neighbours, who they seem to hate for whatever reason. I mean, they're supposed to be... I swear they were nice people. Like, they're xenophiles. I guess maybe they're authoritarian, so that causes a few problems, because plenty of other people are egalitarian rather than authoritarian. That might be kind of part of the problem going on here. But it's not Stellaris. Coming up next time, and indeed there it is. There it is, right flipping there. We have got the Ladge Cat sacrifice. A bug person is down on the ground. That world has indeed been settled.
It's also not Crusader Kings.
It's not Crusader Kings 2. I do want to get to that somewhere, but I'd like to kind of have some time to play that for myself first. So I feel like if I just played that completely blind, it wouldn't be a good experience for those of you who love that game. Instead, there's something I would like to do, but I feel like I'd never do it as a main series on the channel, because there's a lot of Total War in the world I want to cover. There's a lot of Total War. We've still got Medieval 2 going on right now. Total Warhammer 2's coming out pretty soon as well. But there's one Total War thing that I would like to do. I think it's a really genuinely fun, incredibly difficult, challenging, interesting sort of thing that I can do with one of the older Total Wars I know very, very well indeed. I think it'd be very, very interesting to watch. And I don't want to do a full series of it, because I don't want it to be like, you know, a big 30, 50, whatever part series that's going to last ages. But Stellaris has basically taught me I can do a really big, long run in like 10, 12 parts. So that's how I want to do it. There's a run that I think, because next time we go back to an old Total War now, I want to look at Barbarian Invasion as like a proper series I do on the channel. There's something else I want to do in an older Total War that I think is really interesting, really bloody difficult, really, you know, a fascinating one. One of the most interesting factions, I think, to play as that's ever existed in any Total War game that I'm aware of. And that's going to be beginning in 2 weeks. There'll be a proper little announce close to the time, but for those people who've said, oh, why isn't Total War 3 parts a week? Well, it kind of is about to be a little bit, because we're going to have still Medieval 2, Total War flipping Warhammer 2's coming in shortly, and in 2 weeks' time, we're going to start a Total War live stream. Exactly what it's going to be, I will confirm closer to the time. But,
I'm so excited about that, so I love Total War games.
Yeah, let's get, hopefully let me know when the chat catches up with that. Hopefully they'll be...
Yeah, the chat is just catching up now with it. They're saying, they're saying Barbarians, Seleucid, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, saying Shogun 2, Alexander's Campaign. People are trying to guess, basically.
There's a few good guesses in there. There's a few good guesses in there, because there's some really interesting stuff. Like, I think they can understand, because I've done one big Roman run, and I want to give Barbarian Invasion its own special thing. There's one thing that I don't want to be like a big main series on the channel, but I still would love to do. And I think live streams are perfect for that sort of thing, where I want to do something that's big and long and epic, but I don't want to dedicate a big 30-part series to it on the main channel. And I think live streams are just perfect for that. So that's kind of what I want to do. And that's what we're going to be coming back to in a couple of weeks' time. Next week, I'm willing to announce this now.
Okay.
Next week, okay, you may be aware this coming week, Heat Signature is finally launching. On the day it launches, I've got a video prepared, because I've kind of got the final build already. It's an amazing video. I love Heat Signature. It's an amazing video. And then we're going to be live streaming Heat Signature on next Saturday. No, Sunday. Sunday, sorry. We're going to be live streaming Heat Signature on Sunday as a one-off, because Heat Signature is a really fun game. And, like, watch the video on, I think it's on Thursday or Friday. Because if you don't know Heat Signature, because it's a really amazing game. I think it's the way it works, and kind of, you know, there's periods of intense thinking. You can pause a lot, kind of like in like Curious Expedition or FTL. There's a lot of thinking time. It's very fast paced, but there's also a lot of strategy to it. I think it makes a really, really good candidate for a live stream. So Heat Signature is going to be our live stream next weekend, and then starting after that, we're going to be kicking off a Total War live stream the week after that, and that will be every other week. That'll be our new little series. And then I would not put money against, after that's done, potentially us looking at Crusader Kings 2. I've been putting a lot of thought into it. I think after that, potentially Crusader Kings 2 is looking like a very likely candidate. I've been thinking about it. I think it's a good candidate for next. So, all of that is to come, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, I really would have liked to be able to leave you with, like, you know, a galaxy at peace, but it's never quite that simple, is it? We've done a really good job unifying the galaxy inside a single federation. I've never seen an entire galaxy inside one federation before, but for a brief moment we had it before the Kesam Compact started being dicks, despite the fact they literally just were saved from utter destruction. Maybe they're feeling a bit kind of, you know, aggrieved because, like, you know, they lost 2 planets and no one else lost any, I don't know. But regardless, peace is never complicated because war never changes. But this is, I think, a really beautiful galaxy we are leaving behind here. This has been the end of the Stellaris Utopia live stream. I may well do a little something for Synthetic Dawn when it comes out, and indeed just slightly before it comes out. In fact, potentially, we might see that. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I might do like a one-off video. I might even do like a brief little midweek live stream for that. I haven't decided yet. So, watch this space. We'll see what I decide to do for Synthetic Dawn. But in the meantime, hang on, Claire, do we have anything to catch us up on before we go?
Good.
We're good. We're absolutely good. Thank you. Seriously, thank you to the Super Chat donators today.
I mean, that's just being
because
like...
you're all insane. You're all flipping insane.
Go. Hello, Sir Roderick Quincy von Thunderbottom, the Magnificent.
Wouldn't deny Claire the opportunity to say that one more time. Wouldn't deny it.
He says, "Grats all around for the brilliant stream. Been a blast watching along with everyone, and looking forward to future streams. Keep up the good work," and gave us $5 Australian. Thank you so much.
I think it's been great. Hang on, let's see if I can just find something here. I'm just gonna quickly save the end for this one. I'm gonna see what I can find as like the earliest save game I can find from the Pax Romana. I've got a small one here. Hang on, I'm gonna load that quickly. I've just saved the end there. Let's just load up. Let's just remind ourselves where we came from here. Load up the original thing here, and... Oh, there we are! There we are!
Oh.
But that was in the days when the Infinite Pond...
We already hate the envelope people.
No, we've only just discovered them. We've got no position on them whatsoever. They're just over there. We are right now, yeah, we're not even right now in a flipping... the Federation is only me and the bug people. The Infinite Pond haven't joined yet. They haven't actually joined yet, and... over here, we've got... I think that was... yes, of course, that was the Zigmox. That was the Zigmox, because we actually raised them up. We actually uplifted them, and this was them as they started off for the very first time before we integrated them. When we were sharing temperature with them. And this, when the Inari were the most terrifying things in the galaxy, and the snails were right there. This is it. This is all sort of... There's the Apathy Ancients too. This is where it began.
Everybody is going, "Oh, baby Empire."
This is where it began, when we had flipping... Our 5 planets were Rome, Nero Prime, Iverstead, John Constantinople, and Clairthage 2. Those were our 5 worlds, and our entire combined fleet strength was about 1,000. We were really happy because we just hit our first 1,000 of strength.
Oh, yeah. And shout out to Alvi in the chat who says, never thought I would see the end. Great stream though, John and Claire. It's been a wonderful ride.
I've really enjoyed it. So I think this is the best little, this is one of my favourite little mini-series I've put together in a long time. I've really enjoyed putting this together. And I'm really hoping that I can do the same with the new Total War stream. I think you're going to really like it, because it's going to push me to my limits. I'm taking on something... Like, the next 2 things I want to do in earlier Total Wars are, like, some of the hardest things that exist in early Total War. So, it's going to be interesting. I think you're really going to love it. It's just going to, I think it's going to be a really, really fun, interesting thing. So, as we look back on where our empire began and know that it will go on, we have a manifest destiny to unite... the galaxy, not forcing them under our banner, not waging war on them, but joining together in a single glorious federation. A federation that at this exact moment in time has 2 members, will go on in time to eat the entire galaxy, and we will all be friends together, apart from the Kessim. The Kessim are dicks, but screw those dicks. I think we are saying goodbye to Stellaris for now. Take one last look at the galaxy as it was, ladies and gentlemen, as we bid the Pax Romana farewell, and indeed go over to the goodbye screen. It's goodbye, properly now for Stellaris. You'll be seeing it again.
Goodbye, Stellaris.
Goodbye, Stellaris. It's been a great little miniatures of joy put together. I'm thrilled how many people have hung out to watch it. I hope you are looking forward to Heatsink next week and Total War the week after. But in the meantime, I've been John.
I've been Claire.
This has been Many a True Nerd, and thank you all so very, very much for joining us here tonight.
Oh, come on. They do that every time when you're doing the outro. They donate. Thank you, Yannick. He gave us $2 and said, thanks for a great stream. Shout out to Syndrake, who gave us $1 Australian, and there's this magnificent...
The final from Syndrake, who has a planet named after him, currently deep inside Inari Slay territory.
Us a really nice long speech that we can put.
That we will put in the we'll put that to all the fan art in the description at the end of the video. And don't forget, of course, Medieval 2 coming up in probably about 15 minutes on the main channel, and Fallout New Vegas coming up in about an hour and a half-ish too. So both of them on the main channel too. But yeah. I've been John.
I've been
I'm
Claire.
going to try this again. This has been Made of Truenet, and this has been the end of Stellaris. Thank you all so very, very much for joining me on this wonderful live stream journey. And goodbye.
Goodbye. Nick.
Quick, Claire, do it again.
Hey, shout out to Nicholas Rio who gave us $2 and said, thank you, John.
Thank you, Nicholas. So long, farewell, Alvida saying good night.